Okay, and we are back. Actually, just want to apologize for the technical difficulties. I hope that the microphone is clear now. We are just passing the mic around. Basically, you can't see it, but we're just passing the mic around. So if you're too soft, too loud, just tell us in the Twitch chat, and we will just try to sort it out from there. And well, what do you think about the game one? I mean, it was kind of a slaughter fest, in my opinion.
Yeah, so once again, you can see me passing around the mic. It's a really sad story. I cannot apologize any further for the inconvenience it caused for everyone because I know how difficult it is to watch a stream with a lot of mic problems. We tried to fix it, but I'm alone here in Singapore, and it is quite hard for us to figure this out on our own. But we are about to start game two in just about 5 to 10 minutes, and game one, I agree, was a bit of a slaughter fest. TBM, I think the start was good. In the first 3 to 5 minutes of the game, the first 5 minutes of the game was pretty even, and then we got to mid game, and it just went downhill all the way for TBM, which was pretty sad coming from that. I flew in from Japan, and I want to see something a little bit more exciting. Hopefully, TBM learned something from game one and bring that into game two for us. So I want to let you guys know again that we are on the SEA Garena Southeast Asia server because Japan doesn't have our own server. We play on the NA server. So what happened in game one when you see the testing accounts was because we borrowed the tournament accounts from Garena, and we're using that because we don't have our own accounts in the SEA server. And hopefully we get our own Riot Japan server very soon. But until then, we are on the NE server, and for today, we're playing on the SEA server. So we're just waiting for the teams to get into game, and we're about to start game two. So if there's any more microphone problems, please let us know. We're going to try our best to make sure it's not too loud or not too soft, and hopefully get the game going really good.
Yeah, I can see in the chat that some of you are asking who the teams are. Basically, the Japanese team will be playing on the red side later. Is actually TBM or the Beast Mitai. And the Singapore team is Absolute Legends Singapore, and they are basically the first runner in the TLC, which is an amateur tournament for amateur League of Legends teams in Singapore. And well, let's just I really hope to see that the Beast Mitai pulls out some of their comfort champs soon. Hope and we didn't see any of them get banned out. We have not seen Singe, we have not seen Shyvana, Wukong in the top lane. I really hope they actually play some more comfort champs and get their game together. I think to say that the game got bad in the mid game is kind of an understatement. It actually got bad really early on. After 5 minutes, oh my goodness, it was so hard for us to watch as well. And I think the item choices were a bit questionable. I would say Malphite getting a Haunting Guise as well as a Seeker's Arm Guard was really interesting. So I really hope they actually get their game together and show us a really good match, because from watching the JCG, if you guys didn't know, basically JCG is the
Japan Competitive Gaming. We are one of the only esports organization, I can say, in Japan that focuses on League of Legends and a lot of the RTS games. And so what happens is this is our first time that a League of Legends Japan team is playing a international team outside of our local scene in Japan. And so this time around, I flew from Japan to Singapore and to get this game going. And it's really nice for me personally to meet the teams and to meet Donovan as well. So let's introduce ourselves once again. My name is Ferlin Yoshimi. I am a what am I? I do a little bit of casting in Japan, but it's all in Japanese. This is actually my first time casting in English. It's a little bit of a challenge, but I hope I learn a lot from Donovan and the people around here too. And it's really exciting to be casting with Donovan because it's my first time casting in English, and any partner I have is nice. And Donovan here is just a sweetheart. He's such a nice boy. And so we're just about to get game going, and I'll pass it over to Donovan for a little bit.
Yeah. Basically, some of you are complaining about the stream, so maybe we owe you guys some explanation. So basically, we're just actually here. This is not a studio or anything. We got our camera set up. We got the computer set up. That's why it's not like studio production quality. So please bear with it. I hope the next time a Japanese team actually plays us, another international team, we can only get better from here. That's really all I have to say. So like I said again, I really hope they have their comfort picks this time, and maybe we'll just give them the okay so that they can start the game really soon. And well, basically, I know everyone's excited for upcoming Worlds really soon. Gamescom is happening right now. Hopefully, the international seed will come in and show us what an international team can do. Yeah, and we're gonna start the game really soon. So for all you viewers out there, please stay tuned and just give your support to both the Japanese team and the Singapore team, both to TBM and to ALSG. So we're gonna actually go into the game really soon, and like I said, hopefully we see some very interesting and very exciting play from TBM.
It's very interesting for us too because it's the first time we are actually coming over to another place, another country to see and play with other teams. And but that aside, the game has started, and we're just about to go into the bands and picks. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we're just getting this set up, and the game has just started. Well, the bands and picks has just started. None of the bands and the picks has been settled yet. They're still thinking about it, but I'll give it over to Donovan for now.
Okay, so here's the breakdown. I think ALS is gonna ban the same champions. Like we said, Elise, like I just said, Elise is the fate out. You should see a Shen ban as well. We may see a Ryze ban from TBM because Ryze was just put out so much burst. It was really scary. Let's just, like I said, I really hope, because I don't think Shyvana, Sinch or Wukong will get banned out for the top laner of TBM, and I really hope they actually play the play their comfort champions, like I said. So Trash getting taken out, well, looks like AL actually sees some potential in the Trash player, the support player from TBM, putting a really strong support player playing Trash. In the previous game, even though TBM didn't do extremely well, Trash put on really amazing hooks that game too.
Right, so yes, I think Trash is definitely going to be a ban down. We don't want the Trash. Whether be it the first game was really good for them or really bad for them, they don't want Trash. No one wants a Trash in the opposition side. This kid is just way too strong. And here we go. We see a Ryze ban from TBM. They don't want Ryze. The Ryze just now from Ben, I think, top player Ben.
Yeah.
He was just going insane. Yeah. I mean, like what, over 10 kills and 1 or 2 deaths? That was pretty crazy. Ben is a top player, no?
I don't think so. Yeah, Micro Latios was the one playing Ryze with Equivocal on Lee Sin, and well, anyway, let's not talk about the previous game. Ryze, Lee Sin getting banned out. They know they know who their the priority bans are. Shen is open, Karthus is open, so 2 globals open this game. Elise, who's the fate, of course, being taken out. No team wants to deal with that just yet. So here we have AOS with the first pick. They will probably pick maybe a CC champion. They may want to pick Nami because they don't know what other support champions TBM actually can pick up. So let's see, what goes on. So there's actually really counting down. No idea what's going on. 9, 8. So what's going on? Oh, we actually have a Shen pick. Like I said, Shen was a ban out, and there they go. So now TBM has to deal with the Shen. Has to face the Shen. So what will TBM pick? Will they pick another global? Will they pick a Malphite teleport again? But I don't think the TBM's top laners really comfortable on Malphite. So I really hope to see maybe Wukong pick up, because the Wukong game that I was watching on the JCG channel, that was pretty amazing.
Right, so Shen is given up. I think they really didn't want Ryze and didn't want to release it, and so in turn, Shen was free, and they're not gonna get a Shen. They're not gonna let a Shen get away from a pick, and so Shen is picked in now. And as you can see, TBM is thinking about it. We have 19 seconds left in the timer to decide what is the best against the Shen. So what Terra-san, the top laner for TBM, lost to play is a Wukong, Shyvana, and a Sinch. So maybe he wants to pull out the Sinch, I don't know. Oh, but no, they're gonna go for the bottom lane first. So we see a Sona and Tristana. So they like the Tristana. They still want to run the Tristana. but they're not gonna go with the Nami or the Trash. They're gonna go with Sona instead. So that's a lot of poke coming from both sides too. So what is the response from ALS with this bottom?
Well, to me as someone who just watches competitive league a lot, I think a Sona Tristana doesn't really show the team comp's hand just yet. Neither does a Shen. So maybe they will just pick something that they are comfortable with, and we actually see Miss Valentine here hovering over Annie. So you know, Annie is a really strong burst mage, and Sing Zhao with on equivocal. So we have a really aggressive jungler again. Lee Sin in the previous game, Sing Zhao this game maybe, and let's just see how things go. So with the burst champion such as Annie, I think we may be seeing like a really quick burst taking out the Tristana, preventing her from rocket jumping away. A stun into Tila's combo, maybe. So yeah, Annie and Sing Zhao being picked up by ALS right now. So Sing Zhao's gonna put extreme pressure on the lanes, and let's see how TBM responds.
I love the Annie pick. I'm gonna say right first, I love the Annie pick. I've loved Annie for a long time. So EG used to pull out, you know, in their personal stream, a Brandon Annie bottom lane support and ADC. But then we saw NIP, Ninjas in Pajamas, pulling out a mid lane Annie just I think about 3 or 4 weeks ago in the EU LCS. They didn't win the game, but it was still Annie in the mid lane. Pretty awesome to see that in the pro scene. So the answer for that is a Zac, apparently. They're still hovering over the Zac, and the fourth player still doesn't know what they're gonna pick with it. So yeah, so there's a lot of burst potential coming out from ALS right now. Annie is really strong. She's gonna come in with the flash to burst and gonna stun everyone. Oh, a Nocturne. A Nocturne. Not sure if he's gonna go with the Nocturne, but Nocturne early game is really good, but it kind of falls off early or falls off late game with the skill in the early game.
Well, we actually can see we may have Nocturne dive buddies, and whoa, they're actually picking Annie Brand. Are you gonna see an Annie Brand bot lane?
Yeah, I called it. Annie and Brand. They're gonna follow EG Sal. They're gonna follow. Wait, is it Froggen and Purple with Brand and Annie?
Well, we'll just see about that. I don't know if what their plan is right now, but triple AP with Gargus pick. So what is going on here? I mean, we have to wait until in game to find out, are they really trolling TBM? I think if they actually underestimate what the potential of TBM has, I think that is gonna be a really bad decision from them if actually TBM pulls out a win this game.
Right.
And well, let's see what TBM actually picks up. Like I said, you were saying Nocturne falls off late game, kind of, but I think the Nocturne Zac dive buddy combo is pretty potent, with them being able to fly in from really long ranges. Zac with his slingshot and Nocturne with his paranoia. So let's see what the last pick for TBM is. Is it going to be the mid laner? I think yes. Nocturne in the jungle, Zac in the top lane, Tristana and Sona in the bot lane. So let's see what the mid laner is. But the problem here with this pick is that, the TBM doesn't know who the mid laner for AOS is. They've got Annie, they've got Brand, they've got Gargus. All can go in the mid lane, and they pick Kassadin. So really strong escape potentials from all the teams. From actually mainly TBM side. So they've got Kassadin who can reform over Zac with the slingshot, and Nocturne who can come in from multiple directions. So here we go. And we can see that the summoners being shown now, Annie in the support role, played by Miss Valentine. CW is actually their AD carry, so it is a Brand Annie bottom lane. So, well, you called it, like you said.
I think they're really gonna follow EG and go with a Brand and Annie bot. At first, I thought they were really gonna go a Gragas jungle, as we see at the All Stars, with Korea pulling out. Inside pulling out a Gragas jungle. I thought, okay, you know what? Maybe they're gonna go Gragas jungle too, but nope. They're gonna go with Sin Zhao in the jungle and Gragas up in the top lane. Wait, no. Where is he gonna go? Is he gonna
go? Well, I think we would see. They can do lane swap, so we'll see which lane they go into. But basically, they have a really strong burst team. I mean, if Shen managed to pull out a 4-man taunt, 5-man taunt, with all the AoE coming in from Gragas, Annie, and Brand, that's one scary burst combo. So hopefully, we actually have TBM scaling into the late game with Kassadin as well as Tristana. So let's just see what things are, how things are gonna play out actually. So if we actually take a look at the team comps, we have bot lane Sona Tristana up against a Annie brand. I really no idea how that's gonna play out. The AP, I really hope they actually put in some magic resistant runes right here, and let's just see if the sustain from Sona can actually keep Tristana healthy enough to actually duke it out against Annie and Brand.
So I think what ALS is really looking for is a really early game lead start, and I don't think they want to do a late game with this composition, because if they don't get a early start with this, they might just fall off, because ALS is going pretty much TBM is pretty much going with a normal, as I can put it, team composition, whereas ALS is just pulling out the top. They're pulling out way non-conventional picks with 3 AP coming up. We don't know yet what are they running, what runes or masteries they're running. But yes, like you said, I do hope they have some resistance coming out with that, because Shen is the only one that's going to help them in this composition.
Yeah, now that you mention it, do you think they actually took MR runes? Let's just find out. We actually have, well, a very, very standard AD carry rune page right here with 6% lifesteal on Quints, MR, armor, as well as that physical damage. So, that's just really normal, no special rune page for this. So, yeah, so for Tristana, and well, Zac in the top lane is probably going to face up against either Shen or Gragas, depending on what the lane matches is. They may also go for a lane swap, we never know. We may have Annie and Brand in the mid lane with Gragas and Shen in the side lanes, because both Shen and Gragas have some sort of dash to be able to get over walls, dodge skill shots, and let's just see how it kind of plays out. I really no idea, like completely no idea how the team comps are going to work out this time. Like I said, the only thing I can say for certain is that Zac and Nocturne are coming in as dive buddies, maybe with Kassadin and Tristana kiting around the sides.
So they really want to pick out champions from here. They might want to pick out Annie or Brand. Well, Annie I think is the most squishy one of them all. So they want to pick out Annie first, because there's a really big dive combo that they can rift walk in. Zac can let's bounce all the way in. Nocturne's gonna come in as paranoia. Tristana's gonna come in and clean out the house. But then again, on the other side, look at the best potential damage coming out from ALS right now. It is pretty crazy. I don't know how TBM is going to react to this, because I don't think they expected this as well. Because I didn't expect this. I have never seen this composition coming out from anywhere before. It's going to be very interesting. I'm going to be really excited to watch this game and cast it at the same time. I'm really interested to see how this is going out. We are just about to go into game loading lobby, and we'll see. I mean, I think level 1 is going to be really interesting. They might go ahead and invade. I don't know. Do you think there's an invade potential coming out from ALS?
I don't think so. I mean, well, let's think about it for a moment. Do we have any CC? Sona, Tristana, what else do we have? Zac, Nocturne, as well as Kassadin. Pretty strong level 1, I guess, but nothing really spectacular at the moment. And we actually have, on the side of ALS, coming in Gragas, Xingzhao, Annie, Brand, as well as Shen. So I expect to see normal starts, but I still think that the Annie and Brand will go into the mid lane, because Gragas and Shen can pretty much handle themselves in the solo lanes. Especially the side, because like I said, Gragas has a body slam and Shen has his shadow dash to get away from anything.
That's true, and you don't want a Shen to come in and taunt your entire team. That's not something that you want to come in with. But then again, Sona has one of the biggest CCs coming in as a support player. She's going to be I think TBM's really going to want to utilize her crescendo coming in for this. And Kassadin's going to be really big on this. I think they would want to make sure Kassadin gets the kills early game. I don't know, I thought someone might run a teleport on this. I thought Kassadin might run a teleport, but because I know for TBM, if they run a Kassadin, they will like to run it with a teleport. I don't know why this game they didn't want to run it with.
Well, maybe it's because they have Nocturne, and they feel that the paranoia from Nocturne can prevent any oncoming Shen ultimates, the Stand United. So maybe that's why they're going, and we're actually in game right now. So let's just take a look at what's going on. So here we have just regular starts right now, and we can see that they are just moving up. nothing special right now. No special items I see. Doran's played on both Gragas as well as Brand, and well, Kassadin has no items. Kassadin hasn't left the base yet, so well, Kassadin's a bit late to the party. Let's see if AL or TBM actually goes on an invade. We can see the entire TBM running out mid lane, pings going down everywhere right now, and let's just see what's going on. Oh, Shen, they may have spotted out Shen. They saw that ward being put down by Sona, so they're probably not going in through that entrance. So let's see where they go. Okay, and actually we see that TBM has actually spotted out ALS right here. They are still going through the ward. They really want to aggress this. So it seems that they are actually going back, maybe putting down a ward. Annie has a stun charged up already, and yes, they're just gonna back off. Sona has a ward, so they have actually spotted out that ward right there. So they're just backing off from the jungle. They're just backing off from the jungle right now. Nothing much is happening, and essentially, you know, no invades, but wards being placed down everywhere. So where are they gonna go now? We can see Nocturne, Tristana, and Sona going into the red side jungle of ALS. See if they actually go for invades. Singzao is actually right there. Singzao's probably gonna start the raid. Sona puts down another ward just to spot out ALS pings out that ward, and yeah, just basically not going for any early game aggression right now, and they're just gonna start off. Nocturne's gonna start off at blue, Brand's gonna start, not Brand, Singzao's gonna start off at red. So, well, I was wrong. Apparently, Gragas is going into the mid lane, Annie and Brand are going into the bottom lane, facing off against Tristana and Sona. So we have regular lanes this game. So let's see how things are going on.
Right, so we see a Shen starting with a Doran play. You don't see it very often. I don't know what ALS is really thinking with this Shen. Coming up with a Doran play. So I think Shen and Zac is going to be a really nice matchup for top lane. So we won't see much action coming on the top lane. So and here we have a pause. I think one of the players are having a little bit difficulty, so we're gonna wait for that. We'll see what happens. But a lot of Doran's ring coming out, so a lot of Doran's coming out for ALS. Here we have Doran ring, Doran blades coming out. So I don't know how this is going to work out for both teams, but I'm really getting excited for this first few level fight.
Well, like you said, they were really confident in their early game, I guess, and basically the Doran's items are actually just to, you know, give them additional laning presence, give them extra health, extra mana regen from the Doran's ring, extra kind of lifesteal, kind of, but it's actually health on hit. So the game is unpaused now, and it will resume really soon. Top lane is going to sustain so much with Shen and Zac. So let's see how this bot lane plays out, with Annie coming for the stun really soon, and we can actually get to see in the mid lane Gragas and Kassadin duking it out, with Kassadin really low on mana right now.
Okay, if you're just joining us, this is the JCG Japan Competitive Gaming. This is our first international show match between Japan's TBM, Mitai, and Singapore's ALS. Absolute Legend Singapore. We are playing on the FBA server, and this is game 2 of the best of 3. Game 1 was given to ALS, and this is game 2.
So let's take a look. We actually have Shen taunting in with and dealing some damage on the Zac, but Zac can definitely sustain it back up with his rejuvenation beat as well as pots, and of course he'll be picking up pieces of himself. And surprisingly, maybe not so surprisingly, Brand and Annie pushing up really hard in the bot lane against the Tristana Sona. So with the AoE coming out from both Brand and okay, we actually have Shen coming in for the taunt. Singzao actually coming in and actually bursting Zac down, pops his passive, and let's see if they actually can get the passive down. So 2 blobs going down, and the last 2 right now, 1, 2, and we get first blood given to Shen really easily, with no answer to that at all. Actually, Nocturne swings down the bot lane, but a really good ward spots him out, and Annie and Brand just back off. So what do you think about that first blood?
I think Zac gave up his splash a little bit too early. Oh, there we see Kassadin flashing out of that, and he survives with it. Even though Ignite was put on him, flash out of it really early. I don't know if that's the right decision, but that's 2 flash down. That's going to be really hard for TBM to come back, because that's 2 flash down and already 1 kill given to ALS.
Yes, and we actually have Nocturne coming up into the mid lane trying to push away Gragas and taking up some of the farm as well. Kassadin goes back, picks up a Ruby Crystal to, you know, negate some of the burst coming out from Gragas, and everyone just returns to the lane normally. So we have, right now, if you take a look at the gold, it's just 5.7k to 5,000 gold, so AOS is in the lead by about 800 gold. So a second Doran's Blade being picked up by Gragas again, they really want to push their lane advantage to the maximum. So Singtao coming in to the mid lane, may be able to set up a gank really soon. So the top laners are just pretty much stagnant unless Singtao comes in, which actually earned Shen the first blood just now. So Tristana will take some time to ramp up, and you know, everything's just gonna be a laning phase. But out of the laning phase, who do you think will be the better one coming out of the laning phase?
I think with Zach giving up first, but oh, here we go. Annie has just gone really deep with it, and she's getting a lot of damage. Oh, she's getting punished really hard. Oh, and Sona Flash in, but does not manage to get the last auto attack onto it. Oh, here we have a 2-man onto Kassadin, and they managed to get the kill off of him. That's 2-0 now. 2 kills to ALS. Annie has gone really low. I don't think she... Oh yes, she has gone back to heal up. And what did she... She has bought a side stone coming out of that.
I don't think it was a side stone. It was another Doran's Blade. Doran's Ring. Forgive me for that. And 2 side wards. And Shin comes in for the taunt. After that 1 kill, I don't think Zac will be able to trade with him anymore. So Zac has to slingshot away to prevent Shin from getting a solo kill. So right now, the lanes are in favor of ALS. They have really strong laning presence. Both Bran and Annie are seemingly able to face off against Tristana and Sona. Gragas has now an extreme advantage against Kassadin after making him back once and getting an assist, giving the kill to Singtao. So Kassadin is not going to snowball anytime soon, won't be able to get a catalyst soon. And right now we can see that ALS really wants to deny as much vision as possible, and Singtao actually capping in the bot lane, and Tristana actually comes up. Let's see whether any action happens in the bot lane. In the mid lane, just some trading going on, and well, maybe in the bot lane really soon. So we have actually Singtao going in, and Sona has no flash, and we actually see that easily Sona gets bursted down. I mean, Sona is not known to be really tanky in the early games, and well, as we can see, with Singtao, Annie and Bran, the amount of burst potential there is really insane. Not to mention they have a huge creep wave pushing up, and all the waves are actually pushing in the favor of ALS. And we can see that they really want to stretch this laning phase advantage to the maximum potential. So what must TBM do?
Well, I mean, going back to that last fight, was that because Sona saw that Annie came in with a pink ward, so I think she wanted to pink ward back. But what she didn't realize is that Singzao was oh, here we go. Singzao goes in, but he's not level 6 in. Kassadin is not level 6 in, but Nocturne comes in to save the day, but doesn't save him instead. Goes down, but he gets a kill. He gets a kill instead. Oh, here we go. The bot lane comes up and chases down. They're going very deep. Sona gets her Q out, and there's nowhere. Singzao has nowhere to run. But who are they gonna give this kill to? Yes, Tristana gets the kill. I think they definitely want to give that kill to Tristana.
As you can see that Gragas reaching level 6 was because forcing Kassadin back multiple times, and using the explosive cast to knock back Kassadin before he turns level 6 and can walk away. So the kill advantage once again going in favor of AOS, picking up 2 kills for only 1 in return. So let's see how things play out from here. And I really think that AOS wants to keep their laning phase strong, because the mid game is where the power spike comes in from all the AP burst mages, and if Annie becomes a burst mage as well, they have way too much to deal with. And here we have the bot lane, Sona coming in, and Bran using his ultimate, taking down Sona really easily. This bot lane is being crushed right now. I don't think they can even try to push beyond the turret. With the amount of burst potential coming out from both Bran and Annie's ultimates, that is freaking insane. So Annie hasn't even reached level 6 yet, and yet this bot lane can easily burst down Sona. So we actually have Kassadin coming in to pick off the low health Bran. They actually flash point walk and uses Ignite on Bran, and let's see if they can pick up Annie. Annie pulls the stun onto Tristana. Kassadin comes in using his passive to deal as much damage onto Annie as possible, but Annie manages, still goes down, and Kassadin picks up that double kill. So Nocturne coming in to protect the mid lane turret. Zac is actually pushing up, so the Beast Metai being really aggressive in lane right now. Even though they actually gave away a few kills early, they still think they can aggress. But if Singtao actually comes in with to a lane which is not warded, I think it's going to spell disaster for TBM.
So that was a good trade-off for TBM. Kassadin got a double kill off of it. He came in really nice. He came in with a flash and riftwalk and his Q, so that really got a good damage. But Annie, surprisingly, stayed alive for a pretty long time before going down. So 2 kills off of it, and here we go. We have TBM pushing the bot lane and has the first turret of the game going down at 9 minutes and 30 seconds of this game. So how does this matchup coming in that now that the first turret has gone down and pretty much the bottom laning phases, I would think it's going to be over really soon since the bottom has really gone up really fast. But here we go, they are pushing up. LS is really pushing on this top turret, and oh dear.
Zack actually comes in with the let's bounce thinking that he can actually take down Shen, but no. Singzao was there waiting for it, but now Nocturne actually comes in with the fear and manages to fear down Shen and taking down Shen. So Singzao now is starting to deal against Zack, with Zack passive being popped, and Singzao actually still continues to stay, giving a kill to Nocturne. I wonder why they did that. I mean, they had a 1-man advantage just now, and when they saw Nocturne, I thought they should have backed off.
It's very interesting. I think he knew that there's no way he's gonna run off after the first man went down, and gave the kill, gave double kill to Nocturne there. So Nocturne is now 3-0-1. He's the only person. The only person. Oh dear. Oh, Zack has no passive. Zack has passive foul, and but the goes down to the ignite of Gragas.
Yeah, and Nocturne may not be able to escape from this soon as Shen comes in with the ult, and Shen taunts Nocturne, and Gragas is probably gonna pick up the next kill. A double kill onto Gragas. So over aggression there from TBM, once again thinking that they can pick their advantages, but right now I think they should play it safe and take whatever kills they actually managed to get. And like you said, how would the bot lane turret kind of play out later on? I first need to point out the weakness of any brand lane, because as you know, AP majors scale mainly on level and not on farm, unlike AD carry. So the sharing of the experience between AD and brand may not be the most optimal thing. And with Kassadin, Nocturne as well as Zack, taking on the bot lane turret will free up a lot of roaming potential for these 3 champions.
So what is good for TBN right now is Stand United was used on Gragas just now to secure him the kill. So what TBM knows right now is, okay, Stand United is gone, we don't have the global presence anymore, we can sort of be a little bit more aggressive on the lanes right now. And yes, Annie is not going to scale very much here, so they're going to give all the AP to Bren. You can see Bren has gone in with 96 AP right now, and Annie only has 21 AP. So they're definitely going to give more of the AP burst damage to Bren, and Annie's going to be there to utilize. She's more of a utility champion in this game right now. So what she's going to do is flash in with Tibbers, maybe get it on Zhonya's Hourglass to be safe with the team, but she's not going to be their main burst damage. She's just going to be their utility. So right now, top lane is just slapping each other in the face, seeing who's gonna win this slapping match. But no big thing is gonna go down unless the junglers come in.
Yeah, and speaking about the jungle, we actually have a huge amount of wards being placed by the Beast Mitai in the red side jungle of ALS. So they really want to spot out ALS and see if they can actually get any picks from for any of their champions. So Kassadin and Nocturne may be roaming down into the bottom lane soon, and Annie and Brand is pushing really far up, not afraid of anything. And Singzao comes in with his 3 Talon Strike, knocking up Kassadin, but Kassadin gets away really easily, and Nocturne is still in the wings waiting for counter initiation. So right now, let's just see when the next turret will go down, whether ALS will put any aggression onto the turret, and a nice max range taunt by Shen, putting in a lot of damage against Zack. So let's just see how this 1v1 trade goes along. So Nocturne actually waiting in the wings may be waiting for his ult to come in before actually going all in onto Gragas, and once again the top laners are trading. So wow, is Zack really gonna duel Shen like this? Waiting for his energy to run out maybe, and see if he can burst Shen down. Possibly waiting for his ignite to come back up really soon. So if TBM can actually pick up a 1v1 dueling battle and win, they may be able to come out really far ahead using this dive comp champions that they have right now.
So TBM is definitely building up a lot of magic resistance with Tristana and Nocturne building up mantle of their own. But on the flip side, ALS is doing a lot of AP damage. You can see the staffs coming up from both Gragas and Brand and double Doran swing. So it's going to be hard to duel 1v1 for the champ. And Zack is going to go very aggressive on this tower. He wants the tower to go down. He wants that 2 turret advantage for TBM. They want to take any advantage they want. Maybe TBM wants to really focus on the objectives rather than going for kills. And here we go. In the mid lane, we actually have Gragas trying to burst Kassadin out, but Kassadin can really get away easily. And Shen trading with Zack. Zack loses out on the trade and just easily slingshots away and walking back, looping.
back to base. So right now, Gragas picks up the blue buff, and everything just returns to regular laning. And I'm really surprised that they allow both Ren and Annie just to reform in the bottom lane right here. Kassadin trading against Gragas once again. Singzao actually coming in maybe to do some damage. He has his flash up, so I won't be surprised if you actually see a flash 3 strike right in. And the stun goes in from Ren, and half of Tristana's health actually goes into smithereens. And Annie still has to stun out a flash stun Tibbers with Shen coming in, and a nice crescendo coming in from Sona, and Bran continues as Annie actually tanks the top turret, and with the flashes burn from Tristana as well as the barrier use, they actually don't have any of their summoners up right now. And here we have ALS actually contesting the dragon. Will BTM actually try to contest against it? I highly doubt so. We actually have Kassadin coming in for some hope, see if they can steal, but no, Kassadin may get caught out, but he walks away.
So that was they're still going on, but Zack comes in with the Let's Bounce. He cannot do as much damage as he wants to, and Will sucks away. But bottom Donlim is coming in, and no, Sona goes down. They're still chasing. Kassadin does a good amount of damage, but Shen picks up the kill. So what that was a good exchange, because ALS got Dragon, but TBM got the top turret down.
Yeah, but I think the problem with that teamfight was that it was really messy, and Nocturne actually comes in and gets exhausted instantly and not being able to do enough damage against ALS. So basically that little trade, they will just have to back off. I think both teams got really aggressive, but ALS eventually comes up on top because they have much more burst potential than TBM. So TBM would want maybe a more long drawn out fight possibly. With Nocturne dealing damage, Kassadin doing some good burst damage waiting for his rotations, but mainly it's the Tristana. Tristana has to be kept alive, has to be in a team fight in order to put as much AD damage as possible. And a really interesting buy by Zack, he's going for a Sunfire Cape early despite the fact that they have no AD carry on the side of ALS. I wonder what he's thinking. Where is the Aegis coming out from? And we actually have an Aegis on Nocturne. So early Aegis, okay, not really early, a 16-minute Aegis coming out from TBM because they know the strength of this burst combo right here.
Right. So then again, TBM has not much answer for ALS's hot CC. Almost every champion has a CC right there. They have 2 stuns coming out from Brand and Annie. Annie has so much utility with her kit. I don't know how they're gonna deal with this, because the only real good CC stun they have is from Sona's Crescendo. And so if Sona Crescendo is down, ALS is going to come in really strong. So Sona still has the Crescendo now, so it's time to see how TBM is going to answer to this. But they go on to Sona. Sona has a really beautiful 4-man, 3-man Crescendo, but in turn the burst damage is way too much for the handle, and she goes down really fast, almost instantly. One shot, Sona goes down.
And that was really bad positioning by Sona, so I just think they really need to work on their engagement. But Zack comes in with the slingshot and the Let's Bounce. Nocturne comes in, and the explosive cast actually knocks back everyone. Ren actually gets taken down. Kassadin comes in with the Rift Walk, and they are trying to go on to Annie, but Tristana on the wings actually outputting some damage, not a lot, but the Buster Shot actually knocks back both Gragas and Singzao. And Nocturne is probably going to get caught out. He actually uses his paranoia to see if he can shoot, but to no avail. Gragas just hits him in the face with body slam. But Shen is tanking the turret, and no, he's not gonna dive this because he has not enough health, and Zack probably still has his passive up, and they're not gonna risk, and they're not gonna overaggress basically. So they're here sieging down the mid lane turret, but I don't think AL has a really strong, but Zack comes in with a slingshot and tries to push them away, but I still think ALS is gonna take this very easily. But the Shen on coming in for Zack, and it pops the passive. Zack shouldn't be staying there for too long. Sona shouldn't be staying there either. So yes, they managed to pick up Zack easily. That call there was very questionable because the turret was definitely going down, and both Sona and Zack should just have backed up.
So that was a very long drawn out fight. In the end, it was a 2-4 trade out. So who died? Sona was the one first to go, and then Kassadin fell away, and Nocturne died next. And I don't know why, but Zack stayed on and gave away another kill for two kills, 2 for 4. That was not a very good trade for TBM. And I think now LS definitely want to go on the aggressive. They just took down Dragon, so they have the timer for Dragon. And I don't know how TBM is going to answer to this, because they definitely want to take out the hot CC away. They need to keep Tristana alive, like you said before, because I think she's going to be one of their only hopes for late game. But Nocturne has a pretty good game. He's 4-2-2.
Yeah, the really interesting part about this is that TBM would most likely build magic resistance because of the team comp from a basically 3 AP champion burst comp coming out from ALS. But surprisingly, if you notice Shen's items, he actually has a Blade of the Ruin King out. So he's dealing quite a bit of AP and percentage health damage. So how are they actually going to respond to this? So let's just see. If we take a look at the goal lead here, turret's even, but oh my goodness, we actually have Sona coming out, juking the explosive cast and flashing out, but the stun is so long and probably nice crescendo actually just missing Gragas, and Sona just dies right there, just waiting the crescendo. And Brand is really gonna burst out, and I have no idea why Tristana just flashed in right there. It is such a bad call from Tristana with allowing the Brand's ultimate to just bounce around, but Kassadin comes in. Did he use his flash? Yes, I think he did use his flash and report, but Shen using the ultimate to save Brand, and Brand actually manages to get away. Both Kassadin dies in the bot lane and Nocturne gets picked out in the mid lane with the chain stun coming in from the knockout coming in from Sing Zhao and the chain stun coming in from Annie.
That amount of CC cannot be dealt with. Zac goes in, Zac is still staying there. He wants to defend this turret. He definitely don't want this turret to go down, but I don't think he can do much for this turret. Although he's clearing the wave really fast, so yes, he's going to keep this turret safe, at least for now.
Yeah, and while all that was happening, Shen actually takes down the bot lane turret, so we actually have ALS pressuring TBM quite a bit right here. So TBM has to do something about this this 3 AP comp, and that Shen who is so fed right now. I mean, he's 3-1-3, he has a Blade of Ruin King, and not to mention the Gragas who has a Death Cap, as well as a needlessly large rod. Shen is dueling against Triss. Triss will be able to escape. I believe she'll be able to rocket jump away unless something else happens. He's actually holding on for a while, and Triss gets bursted down by a Gragas exclusive cast. Shen is dueling easily with Kassadin, taunts out and actually picks up Sona. No, the Sona stay alive, Sona actually stays alive. And they actually pick up Shen in the process. And the Beast Mantai continues to fight against Sing Zhao, and Sing Zhao actually has to flash over the wall. Gragas gets caught, gets hit by the Q from Zac, and the Rift Wall actually finally picks up and gives the shutdown goal to Kassadin. So right here they may actually just pick up the dragon. Sona is really low-ish. Is it a right call for her to just stay there and maybe heal up with her auras? So I really think after that fight, I think it was a 3-1. That TBM will be able to pick up the dragon, but actually Sing Zhao is roaming around the corner, but decides better not to go in and give the kill away. So TBM picks up dragon.
Right, so at least they pick up the dragon. At least now they have the time on the dragons. But here we go. It's another trade again. Every time that TBM wants to go for objective, ALS has an answer. So here we go. It's a dragon for an inner top turret. So that's not a very wise trade there. And Paranoia comes in for Brand. Gets the slow on him, but he doesn't go down yet. Alright, and here we go. Brand goes down. Slingshot comes in. Rocket jumps in too, but Annie flashes out and stays alive. She stays alive. They're not chasing it, dude. Why are they not chasing it? Because they don't have any vision on it. And here we go. Shen comes in, but gets busted away. And I don't know. They still want to engage. And here we go. They're going in.
Yeah, and Sona comes in, ready with the crescendo. Sing Zhao's taking so much damage, and actually Tristana manages to pick up the kill. Shen coming in, trying to take down Zac, but Gragas also comes in for reinforcement, and this fight is so chaotic. A 2-man taunt by Shen. Gragas managed to get away, bursting down the Nocturne instantly with it, and manages to Zonia's and prevents the damage from coming out. Kassadin and Sona coming in, trying to take down Shen. Shen taunts over the wall, and does he get the kill onto Sona? No, he doesn't. He was actually quite greedy right there, trying to get a kill. But I seriously don't think he will manage to escape that. So taunting back in, trying to get the kill in exchange for his own life was a pretty good call. So right now, both of them are actually, both Annie and Gragas have to back off, and Kassadin is pushing down the bot lane where Tristana swings to the middle.
Sona, she survived the second time. She didn't die the first time round with once against Shen again, and this time she survives the Shen attack again. Shen was getting a little bit over his right there just now, wanting to get the kill on Sona. So that was a very interesting and very drawn out fight as well. But was it an equal trade-off?
I don't think it was an equal trade-off. Sing Zhao died, Shen died, right? Yeah, and Gragas got busted down as well. So it was basically a 3-1 trade. I think with only no one died actually on the Beast Mentai side. I think I'm not really sure, but nevertheless, TBM actually manages to pick up the middle outer turret. So right now turrets are 4-3, and all the outer turrets are down, and basically I think TBM needs to shop right now and actually start scaling ahead of try to scale here of the AP champion. So if ALS doesn't actually manages to win this game in the next 5 minutes or so, I think Tristana, Zac, and Nocturne will get a bit too kitey. I mean, you won't be able to catch Tristana, and the damage output is so high. And on the other side, Zac and Nocturne will be a little bit too tanky for just be able to survive the burst and be able to do damage later on.
Right. But then again, if ALS decides to put everything on Tristana's gonna go down really fast. There's just so much CC coming up from TBM right now. And everyone now is actually hovering around Baron, but no, they're just trying to get some vision down on Baron because they don't want to give Baron away. No one wants to give Baron away. Baron now is going to be a huge fight, especially if anyone starts it. It can be... Baron is so juicy. Everybody wants that Baron, and no one wants to give Baron away. Here we go. Here it is, a slingshot. It goes into a 4-man.
And actually we have Nocturne coming in, the Paranoia, a good crescendo coming down, hitting only actually 2 people maybe. And Annie gets bursted down by Cassidy instantly. Shen comes into the back lines, trying to take out Tristana. Tristana manages to rocket jump away, and we actually have the fight here coming onto Gragas. Nocturne manages to pick up. The Zac passive is popped now. The Shen is actually coming in. Now we have actually a 4v3, but the players on TBM is such low health. Sona actually takes the kill onto Sing Tao. Shen actually gets the kill onto Zac, and now we actually still have a duel. And with Tristana on the outside, I honestly think that they'll actually be able to clean up. Will they be able to catch Brand out? Will they? And actually they come in with the Rift Walk and the slow and the flash coming out by Tristana, and yes, they actually managed to pick up the Brand kill. And Annie actually revives there for a delayed ace kind of. If Annie actually stayed dead a little longer, they may have gotten the ace. And right now TBM pushes up the middle lane turret.
That was really good for TBM because Zac came in with a 4-man slingshot and didn't really got anyone out of there, but what it did was scare away ALS for a second, and they were kind of scattered around in the middle jungle area, and so they couldn't really group up properly, and they got picked off one by one. Yes, Tristana was targeted, she was pretty low, but she still manages to get the kills off of it. She got the kills off, I think she got double kill there and a kill before that, so that was really good for Tristana. So Tristana now is 6-2-6. She has 6 kills and 6 assists, so that's 2/3 of the kills that they have that she's been involved with. That's really good for her because TBM really needs Tristana to skill in this late game and really carry them late game for them now.
Yeah, like I said, with the Zac Nocturne dive out, Shen alone will not be able to burst down Tristana instantly. So what we have to do, what ALS has to do here is to actually catch Tristana out of position, stun her, burst her down immediately and take out of the team fight, and basically they can wait for rotation to come back in order for the burst to happen one by one. But as this game gets later and later, it's going to be really hard for ALS to fight back because Tristana being able to kite around everyone, she's able to actually slowly but surely poke everyone down and maybe even pick up a kill this game. So let's just see. They're all actually posturing around Baron, using the ping ward to actually take out the ward that's behind the Baron pit. So are they baiting in for Baron? We can actually see TBM coming in from the side checking. And will Zac put out a ward? So right now they're all actually around Baron. They are just dancing, doing the Baron dance right now. If we see Nocturne, and both Nocturne and Zac has his has their outs up actually. So here we go. So they're actually swinging back to the mid lane. Zac charges his slingshot, comes in, hits nobody. They actually come in, and he actually wants to go up for the Let's Bounce, hits 3 people. Shen uses the flash count to count 2 people from Accident and Sona. And Gragas being bursted down super fast, and here's the Brand out. The Brand out actually managed to pick up Cassidin, and Gragas somehow manages to stay alive due to the Shen out. And here we have Sing Tao actually coming in, but flashing in. Even though he flashes in, he still managed to pick up the kill onto Sona. I mean, Brand managed to pick up the kill on Sona, but Tristana in response coming in with the kill. So now that trade was actually 3-1. That wasn't really in TBM's favor because they were kind of out of position and got hit by CC by ALS, and now ALS starts the Baron.
Right, and so that was just very unfortunate for TBM, and now Baron is going to be given up to ALS now. And TBM doesn't really have any answers for this because they might just burst this one down, but no! Tristana and Nocturne's coming from the side, and Baron is still up, Dragon's Gragas is very low, Gragas gets taken down, Shen is coming in for Tristana, but no one's catching her yet, but Brand bursts down Nocturne, Nocturne is getting very, very low, he might just go down to the thing, yes! He goes down to Baron, so there was a 1-for-1, but the good thing here is Baron is still alive. They did not get Baron. This is one really, really good thing that TBM gets out of this trade. Even though they lost the trade before 3-1, they stopped Baron. That is a big thing. They stopped Baron. That's a huge goal advantage if ALS manages to get Baron. And so now it's still a 3k goal advantage, and Dragon is up. And TBM, who got the previous Dragon, is now going in to get the Dragon kill. And now I don't think ALS is anywhere near Dragon, and they don't know that this is happening for them right now. And I think they're just gonna get it from here.
Yeah, we may see Singshot drop over the Dragon pit, but looks like he doesn't, he just walks by, and TBM actually gets the Dragon uncontested. So right now, Baron is still up, and it was really funny just now because Zac actually come in, his slingshot hit no one, he tried to reposition himself, and in that time he actually took so much burst damage and finally used his last bounce. Sona hasn't been hitting really, really good crescendos lately, but so far they are still in this. This is unlike the previous game, and TBM is definitely still in this. They have a pretty good dive comp, and if they are able to actually dive and quickly burst down the squishy AP carries, they will probably go. They'll probably take the win for this game. But on the other hand, if Tristana gets bursted down immediately, we would definitely not see TBM coming ahead of this.
Right, so I think what TBM is doing very, very good in this game is they are keeping the ADC alive. They are keeping Tristana alive, which is the main thing for them right now. And you can see the Baron dance happening. Oh no, but Gragas comes in.
Gragas comes in, actually uses an explosive cast to knock Nocturne back, and they actually pick up an easy kill on the Nocturne. Now they don't have the Nocturne Smite. Will they actually take Baron now? Yes, they are starting to take Baron. With no AD carry, let's see how quickly they actually take down Baron. We have Zac coming in from the side. Will he be able to slingshot in? Oh, they put down so many walls. They actually come in with the slingshot and hits no one. Zac almost gets burst down instantly. His passive starts to pop now. Who's that in the middle? Oh, Kassadin gets shut down. He comes in with nothing, and Tristana has to flash away. They actually only pick up one kill on that, and finally when Zac revives, they actually come back, pick up the kill onto Zac. So Annie is the only champion right there who's really low, and Tristana is actually duking it out against the Tibbers. Oh, a really quick burst there, I didn't even see that. Will Shen be able to come in and taunt Tristana? No, Tristana actually manages to get away. I think her rocket jump cooldown is coming back, but actually Gragas is coming in with his body slam. Will he come in anytime soon? The rocket jump is being used, and the paranoia is used to actually deny the vision from ALS itself. So Tristana manages to get away.
So I think the only thing that came out for that was that Tristana is still alive and Tristana got away, but that was such a weird dive. They had vision onto Baron, and Baron was still crazy. Baron was just barely below half health, and Zac went in. Zac slingshot in and pretty much doomed TBM from there because Kassadin went in as well and got busted down so quickly. And Sona and Tristana tried to juke it out, but to no avail. Tristana managed to escape, but Sona got busted down so fast we didn't even see that. So that wasn't a very good call from TBM on the Baron because they went in way too early and managed just to get ALS to really burst all of them down.
Well, I can see it on another side because ALS has actually an extremely strong burst combination, so if they actually wait for the rotations, they can actually output an insane amount of damage and take out Baron instantly. So maybe the call there was what TBM wanted, and because of the insane burst coming from ALS, so that's why Zac came in to disrupt all their rotations, and well, on the bright side, they still managed to deny Baron. So the Baron dance is continuing once again. Annie with her oracles, taking off, and actually Shen goes on aggressive against Zac, comes in and taunts, Sigma coming to 3 Taylor's like, and look at that, the amount of burst coming out to Annie taking out the support, but Zac's still alive, all of them still alive. Annie's the first one to go down, Tristana takes her, Brand actually gets taken away, the ignite from Tristana, Kassadin's still alive, Shen is the only one alive now with 4 or 5 members piling on towards him, nearly taking out Zac there. Gragas nearly took out Zac actually, and finally the tanky Shen goes down. Tristana comes rocket jumping in to try to poke, and will they push down the middle turret or will they decide to take Baron? Let's see what the call is. So TBM starts to push in slowly but surely into the base. Will they be able to pick this middle inner turret? Yes, they actually managed to take it out, and now they have one inhibitor lead from the team fight. So that was a really good team fight coming out from TBM, and they are actually in the position to right now push out all the lanes and maybe take Baron if the entire ALS is in their own base defending their Nexus turrets.
So I don't know if that was TBM's idea to kind of juke out Zach for a little bit, because Zach was so low before he got his let's round going. Maybe that was their plan from the start. You know, let's make them think Zach is very low, and so no one's gonna tank out the thing. But it went really good for them. You know, Zach was very low. He didn't die at the end, but managed to take out what, 3% from ALS, and that was a 3-for-0 exchange and middle inhibitor turret as well as an inhibitor. So this is really good for TBM right now. Although there's still a 1k gold disadvantage, they are really slowly but surely climbing back into this game. Once again, we are gathering around Baron for that Baron dance. I don't think either team wants to really put everything in onto Baron right now, but it's going to be really interesting because I think Baron is going to be one big juicy objective for both sides.
Yeah, and here's something to note. Tristana has actually a Guardian's Angel as her third item, and with the changes to Guardian Angel, now that it needs a Negatron cloak to build into Guardian's Angel, it actually gives AD carries a little bit more magic resistance than the previous versions of Guardian Angel. So we actually have Tristana surviving some of the burst just because of these slight changes. So here we actually have everyone actually just blue pilling back all the way, and I just remembered something that someone actually requested. They actually wanted the thing to go into colorblind mode, so it's a lot clearer. So I'm really sorry that I actually forgot about it, but right now it's on colorblind mode, so we'll refer to ALS as the blue side and TBM as the red side. So right now they're just all posturing around. Look at the amount of wards TBM has in the red side jungle. It's really interesting because they put a lot of focus down into that bottom jungle when Baron is still up. I wonder what their plan is. Comparing the ward vision to ALS, they have so many wards around Baron. I think if the Baron fight comes out, the vision will be a really key issue, and it will be a disadvantage if TBM still decides to continue. But right here, we have the ward spotting out, and we have a Doctor coming in for the dive. We have Cassidy and Tristana also coming in. Are they gonna take out 6 out? Yes. Zack comes in for a slingshot. Actually manages to hit Shen. Shen is being knocked out by 3 of them. The Brand ulti comes out, and Shen still managing to walk away. The now burst coming out from Gragas doesn't kill anyone, and he uses tables to stun Zack, and they actually get 1 kill out of that Shen. That kill being Shen.
Right, so what happened there was Sin Zhao did not go down in the end. He used his ultimate to flay away everybody around, so he stays alive. The only person that came down was Shen. Shen was the only one that went down, but now TBM is so low, and ALS is chasing after them. But no kills being traded as far as now, but they are chasing. ALS is definitely hunting for blood right now. And look at the position that Cassidy is in. It's such a dangerous position. But nope, ALS and TBM are going to just say, we're done. That was a crazy fight, and we want to take a break for now. And it was a 1-0 exchange. I think TBM could have gotten at least 2 or 3 kills out of that, but he just couldn't lock anyone down because of all the amount of CCs that ALS is really putting out right now. But TBM is really coming back strong, and look at the goal lead right now. It's just barely a 200 goal lead that ALS is holding on to right now. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It's a 4 versus 5 turret, although 1 inhibitor is up an advantage for TBM right now. So the kills are very even right now as well. 28 for 25, 400 gold, 300 gold differences between both sides, and this is going to be really interesting.
And Sona actually gets burst down really quick. If she didn't flash right there, she would have definitely been taken out, and Gragas has no out right now. So here they really want the vision control around Baron. Like I said earlier, their plan was actually worked because of the vision down on the red side jungle of ALS, and they managed to actually pick Shen out, which was an interesting choice because Shen is really tanky right now with Randuin's Omen, the Spirit Visage, as well as the Megatron Cloak. So we have here TBM posturing for Baron. Will they be able to take Baron? they actually ALS has 3 champions still in the base. They are actually starting on Baron now, and Tristana has an infinity edge. Last Blade of the Ring King. Looks like Baron's going down really quickly. Shen may coming for a flash taunt, but it seems that TBM managed to pick off Baron Asher safely. Will they go in for aggression? Castling comes in with a little burst combo, and the inhibitor finally respawns. And let's see, with the full health members, Ozak actually comes in alone, facing up against 4 other members, taking down really low. Does he have his passive up? He actually lets bounces, and actually the passive splits him at the wall, and the extended team fight coming out with Sing Tao coming in, trying to burst Kassadin down, but Kassadin Zonias, and Tristana is still on the outside, taking down everyone. Everyone's being hit by the Tristana. Tristana is on the side. Gragas manages to pop Gragas's Guardian's Angel, and Shen actually using the Stand United, and Gragas right now pops Sonya. Let's see what happens. Oh, and we have the ace coming out from Tristana. Like I said, after the 25-minute mark, it will be really hard for ALS to come back from this, because Tristana is being kept alive, kiting everyone and dealing so much DPS onto all the champions right here. And they may just actually take this for the game. We actually have Nocturne coming in, everyone's still alive, they're all tanking the turrets, and both Nexus turrets are down, and yes, we have TBM taking game 2.
Alright, and that was a crazy... Oh, here we go. We have Tristana really carrying the game for TBM right there, and TBM managed to take 1 game off of ALS, and now we're on 1-on-1, and we're going into the final game, and we're gonna go back to the Castle's desk. So that was a very crazy game. ALS came out with quite the crazy pick for with 3 AP champions coming out: Gragas, Annie, and Brand. Although they went for the EG Froggen, the LOP and Crapo bot lane with Brand and Annie going on support and ADC. And I don't know, I think that was just like a trial thing for ALS. Let's try this, come on, maybe this will work. And it didn't exactly work out for them, so TBM manages to get 1 game off of ALS. So we are now at a 1-for-1, and we're going into game 3 very soon. But for now, we'll take a shot. But do you have anything to say about that second game?
Well, like I kind of said earlier, that burst combo coming out from Brand, Annie, as well as Gragas will definitely be really potent in the mid game, as we saw ALS take a commanding lead during the mid game. But of course, if Tristana manages to outscale all of them, she would easily be able to 1v5 and kill them all the way. I mean, basically for the win. So that's basically what happens if you let a late game Tristana come out ahead like that. So I think maybe it was a misplay, and they may have underestimated the Beast Mitai a bit. But let's see if the ALSG actually takes things seriously in game 3. So again, I'm still hoping to see the comfort picks come out from TBM. Where is that Wukong? Where is that Shyvana? Especially the new Shyvana changes right now. She is a really strong laner. If you didn't know, her she's able to do percentage health damage right now, and her dragon's form actually lasts quite a bit longer if you actually start auto attacking players. But yep, let's just take a short break as we prepare for game 3. So stay tuned.
Alright, we're gonna take a really short break. We'll be right back in less than 5 minutes for the last game of this international show match between the Beast Mitai and Singapore's Absolute Legends. We'll be right back, guys.
Okay, and we're back. We're just waiting for the rest of players to come into the game, and we will begin game 3, this time with ALS on the red side and TBM on the blue side.
So this is going to be the last game of the international show match between Japan's WB's Mitai and Singapore's Absolute Legends. So for you guys who've just joining us, or you have no idea what the stream is, if you have been tuning in for a while, this is a show match between Japan's team called the Beast Mitai and Singapore's Absolute Legends. It's just a friendly game that's being casted between both sides. We are having both the Japanese and English stream happening at the same time. So Japanese stream is on the Japanese broadcasting website called Nico Nico Doga, and here we are in the Twitch channel. We are not streaming in a studio, we're just streaming at a cafe where we set up the computers and all. So I apologize again and again that the stream quality is really low and we have a lot of problems with the mics and the audios. We've tried to fix it, but we're having a lot of trouble with it, and so please deal with us. Bear with us for the next game, which is going to be pretty interesting because it's the last game, especially after that crazy game that ALS pulled out, but lost in the end to TBM with a 3 AP composition. If you're just wondering, my name is Philin Yoshimi. I flew in from Japan a few days ago to set all this up, and I'm here casting the game with my co-caster, Donovan, who from Singapore. He's casted a few games here himself in Singapore. Forgive me if I am really new, if I sound really new and really amateurish at this. It is my first time casting in English. I have casted like 2 or 3 games in Japanese, but I am not a caster myself. This is my first time casting, and it's really exciting. But we are just about to go into game. We were just waiting for a couple more players to get into the lobby.
Yeah, and once again, I would also like to apologize for the quality of the stream. And if you feel that we have some things that we can improve on, I mean, feel free to type in the Twitch chat. You can also go like Ferlin's page on Facebook if you're into the anime stuff that she does. And other than that, well, hopefully I get my own casting job soon. One day maybe. But for now, let's just take a look at the JCG International Show Match. This is the very first time we're doing this international show match. The very first time a Japanese team is playing internationally. And also, we really hope you tell your friends about this. I mean, yes, we face technical difficulties. Yes, the games may not be on, on par with the LCS level, but still, Japan is a relatively new region. They do not have a Riot server in Japan. They usually play on the North American server. And right now, the games will be played on the Southeast Asian server, where most of the Singapore teams actually play. And on top of that, let's just give your support for the for a rising region Japan, and hopefully we will see them in season 4. As one of the countries participating at Worlds. So maybe you want to tell the viewers more about the JCG and where they might be able to check it out. Even though most of the streams are in Japanese, but still the games are pretty interesting. I must say.
Thank you. I really want to thank people who actually come on and watch the JCG streams and games. So we're only one of the biggest and the only esports organization for League of Legends and RTS games in Japan. And we are trying to get our own Japan Riot server, obviously for the Japanese players, because Japanese players usually don't speak English, and it's very hard for them to communicate in game with other players, especially in the NA where everyone speaks English and Japan doesn't speak a lot of English, to my knowledge. We're just about to go into game, and this will be the last game of the international show match, and I'm really, really excited. I'm really sad though because I'm leaving Singapore tomorrow morning, and I'm going back to Japan tomorrow. But I do hope we can set up all these international matches again, because I find myself really like casting. Although I'm pretty sure I'm really bad at it, but I'm trying, and that's what counts, right? Alright, so we're gonna go into bans and picks because we are in the game. Alright, so the first ban coming out from the blue team is going to be Twisted Fate. And oh, what a shock. Tristana.
So AL instantly bans Tristana. I mean, they don't want to face that Tristana, and obviously 2 picks in a row. The AD carry from TBM obviously loves his Tristana. And we have the Ryze ban again. TBM doesn't want to deal with late game Ryze, and Kassadin, the mid player, showed really was competent using Kassadin. and once again, we'll see if Shen slides through, if Trash slides through, and because these are apparently high priority picks right now in today's game. So we have Jarvan, and let's see what the last man is going to be. Will it be Jace? Will it be Shen? Will it be... I have no idea what they're going to ban out, but I'm guessing Shen. Oh, it's actually a Zac ban. They don't want to deal with a monstrous green blob like flying in out of nowhere trying to go for engagement. So what will TBM pick first? Trash, maybe, possibly.
I think so, because Trash and Nami is completely free, or maybe they're just joking them into getting to. No, they are going for a Lee Sin. Wow, this is gonna be TBM's first game on Lee Sin this season, and it's really, really exciting.
Yes, and Elise and Shen are open. Will ALS actually take Elise and Shen? Oh, yeah, will ALS decide to take Shen as well and lock in the Elise? Will the Elise go to the top lane or in the jungle? Let's just see where it goes from here. So I wonder how TBM will play the Lee Sin jungle, or maybe Lee Sin top lane, or maybe Lee Sin mid lane if they pull out a Froggen right here today in the final game. I mean, it was a really close game too. Game 1 was more than just a slaughterhouse. It was pretty bad. So hopefully they kind of got adjusted, they kind of got themselves warmed up, and we actually have ALS hovering over Vayne. So will it be a Vayne Elise lock-in? Let's find out. So Elise is locked in, Vayne is locked in as well. So right now they have Vayne as a hyper carry duelist down in the bottom lane. Vayne can split push really easily. If she gets the farm for it, she can do really easily. So they may actually have to send 2 champions to deal against a Vayne split push. And of course, Elise provides so much utility to the entire team comp, and it's going to be a really formidable pick. Let's see what TBM will actually pick as the second third pick. So how is the Lee Sin? Do you actually see Lee Sin jungle in JCG?
No, we don't really see a lot of Lee Sin plays, because basically on the fact that we have pretty high ping in NA, and it's very, very hard to play Lee Sin with such high ping. We usually have pings from 150 to 200 because we play on the NA server, and so we do play a lot of Lee Sin, but we don't do it competitively because it's just hard for us to play Lee Sin. But then again, look at Vayne. They got the Vayne and Elise pick that is going to be very, very dangerous. Vayne is a nightmare when it comes to late game. With your skills, you don't want to deal with a Vayne. She's pretty much unstoppable. But they answered that with a Lulu and Caitlyn. I'm actually really surprised that they went for a Lulu instead of a Nami or a Thresh.
Well, the Lulu Caitlyn pick just basically shows that TBM wants to go for a fast push. Lulu Caitlyn can easily clear waves. They may just want to send Lulu Caitlyn up against the Vayne as well as the support lane, depending on who the support for AL is. And right now they actually, for AL, they are hovering over Orianna, but Nami, like I said, Nami is a really, really strong pick, especially in AL. Their support, Miss Valentine, loves picking Nami up. So let's see how this kind of plays out. But if it's a Nami Vayne lane versus a Caitlyn Lulu lane, I really, really expect Caitlyn and Lulu to push against this lane really hard. But of course, Vayne can just come in at level 6, final hour, tumble in, and quickly burst down Caitlyn if Lulu isn't level 6 yet. Actually save Caitlyn with the giant growth.
I'm actually really surprised that they ALS went for the Orianna pick so early, since they had the on the red side and they had the last pick. And I thought they would really save that pick for a counter pick for the mid lane over at TBM. But here we have a Zed and possibly a Vi. They're still hovering over the idea of having a Zed and a Vi. We still have 30 seconds on the clock to make sure they want to lock that in. That's going to be really interesting. We don't see a lot of Vi coming out, even in competitive play in Japan. And Vi is not very, very popular in a lot of the scenes out there. And it's going to be really interesting if they do lock this in, because that's quite the composition, because there's not a lot of AP coming out. Oh, no, Lissandra may be coming in.
Yeah, so with Vi being picked up, where do you think Vi is going to go? I feel that Vi would work better in the jungle and Lee Sin in the top lane, and Lissandra possibly in the mid lane. So let's see how this kind of plays out. And right now ALS has to pick their last pick, and what will it be? I'm guessing a top lane, maybe to counter out either Lee Sin or Lissandra, with both champions who have very, very good roam. And not to mention Vi out of the jungle is pretty crazy with her CC, especially using her assault and barrage. Yeah. Oh, do we get Volibear, Talon? No, I think he's just cycling through the champions. Shyvana may be in the top lane. And I was saying after this, during this patch, Shyvana is actually a really strong duelist in the top lane. No more, not really suited for jungle anymore, but still, you can play her in the top lane. But a Diana with a triple AP comp maybe, with Elise doing percentage health damage, Oriana coming in for one more combo with Elise possibly, and Diana using them as the ball carrier. That's a pretty good pick. Are they going to go with 3 AP champions again?
I don't know because Miss Valentine is still hovering. She's not locked in Diana yet. Maybe she's just trolling us, saying, we're gonna pick Diana, but nope, we're gonna see. She actually locks in. She locks in Diana. This is going to be a Diana and Oriana. I'm really interested to see how this is going to go.
Well, we can see that AL may want to play the split push strat again. Diana is a really strong split pusher. Vayne, when farmed, is a really strong split pusher. And a 3-man wave clear kite lane from Oriana, Elise, and Nami may be able to hold down the either side lanes or the middle lane, depending on how they're doing the 1-3-1 split push. If how would TBM respond to this? I would think that TBM may go for really hard dives with Lissandra, Vi, and Lee Sin. Vi can catch someone out really easily because of her Valerie. Lee Sin can come in with a safeguard, Dragons kick someone else back, and Caitlyn can just kite all day long. And not forgetting, the Lulu delivery system may be in the works here with Lissandra coming in with a Glacial Path, Vi coming in with her the Q, or Lee Sin coming with a Sonic Wave. You can easily knock the entire entire ALS up. So let's just see how the team is gonna play out. Let's just break down the lanes right here. We have Lulu Caitlyn in the bot lane going up against Vayne and Nami in the bot lane for ALS. In the mid lane, I reckon we have Lissandra up against Oriana because Diana has taken teleport. You can see Lee Sin jungle, surprisingly, instead of Lee Sin top lane. So Lee Sin will be facing off against Elise in the jungle, and both are really potent gankers. And finally, Vi up against Diana in the top lane, with Diana taking the teleport, and the teleport Diana can easily roam, especially if she gets a home guard boost really early.
Right, so I think TBM really wants to put a lot of the focus on Lissandra right here because Lissandra's Frozen Tomb is going to be one of their key skills to really push out for TBM right here. I think TBM is really going to rely a lot on Lissandra in this game, and Vi is going to just be around to assault the other team, battery assault coming in, the ultimate coming in, all that. And Caitlyn just want to kite and make sure she gets the damage on in the late game. But Nami is going to be a huge hindrance for TBM with that tidal wave coming in, that Aqua Prism coming in, and Diana's slow coming in as well. There's just so much CC coming out from both sides as well. If Oriana hits a 4 or 5-man shockwave, it's going to be very scary for TBM. But if they hit a shockwave on TBM, they still have the Frozen Tube from Lissandra to kind of save them today. So I think it's going to be a really fun game, and it's going to be really interesting. I want to see how TBM plays Lee Sin, although we're on the SEA7 for these 3 games, and I think the ping is still going to be really bad for them. But I think they're going to pull something out with Lee Sin, hopefully.
Yeah, I really hope to see good Lee Sin play because Lee Sin's kind of like the jungler that everyone wants to learn because Lee Sin just works in almost any situation, and we'll just see the prowess of the jungler from TBM right here. So which team comp do you like better? I personally prefer ALS's team comp because they have a very good ball delivery system using Elise and Diana despite the Elise nerfs, and they've got really good kite using Nami. Vayne has a Condemn, Elise has a Cocoon, and Oriana of course has that dissonance to slow the engage down.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna pull out the NA style for Diana. And I don't know, I think a teleport Diana is gonna be really scary. And if they really utilize that composition mode, it's going to be very scary for TBM to deal with. I'm very interested to see Oriana work together with Lee still because they're both AP champions, and I think they're going to give a lot of the AP burst damage to Oriana because her kit is really strong, and not everybody can play a good Oriana. I play a terrible Oriana. I usually can land a one-man shockwave, and that's terrible. So I'm excited to see if they can land a 3, 4, or even a 5-man shockwave, which is going to be very, very scary. And I love it. I think I do like ALS's team comp, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, and I'm gonna go with TBM since I'm from Japan. I'm gonna go with TBM. But we'll see how it goes. It's the last game of the day, and we are going into the loading lobby, and so we should be starting the game in just a few minutes.
Well, yeah. I mean, I really like TBM's team comp, but I think AL after game one they really showed some really good, strong lane mechanics, really good coordination, and if TBM actually steps it up, yeah, I think their team comp would do wonders as well with the dive buddies Lee Sin, Vi as well as Lissandra and Lulu to keep them alive using the wild growth. So do you think you will see any early invades because Lee Sin has a pretty good Lee Sin Vi and Lissandra has pretty good level ones, I guess. So what do you think about level one invades?
I think with a Lee Sin around, it's going to be really good because, on the other hand, you don't want Lee Sin's buff to be stolen away. Because a Lee Sin without his first blue or red buff, he's going to be taken a lot back without that first level advantage that Lee Sin's really, really needs. But then again, we got Diana with a teleport, so if either side loses the invade, Diana can just teleport around and really, really push on an advantage. If ALS has that early game advantage. But I'm really interested to see how the early game goes. Like I said before, Japan does not like to do level 1 fights. They don't like to do invades because they don't want to lose the invade and give the opposition team a snowball, get them snowballing. So I don't know. I don't think TBM will invade. Maybe LS will.
Well, so far in the previous two games, neither team has invaded, neither team has clashed at level 1 just yet. So maybe this game will be different. Let's see how it goes as we actually come into game really, really soon.
So, if you guys are just joining us, this is the JCG International Show match between Japan's Del Beast Mitai and Singapore's Absolute Legends. We are going into Game 3, the last game of the day, and we hope you enjoy it. My name is Felin Yoshimi. I am the caster just coming home from Japan, and my co-caster is Donovan Fu. Alright, we're just going to go into game right now.
Okay, and here we have TBM making a beeline through the mid lane right now, and Diana actually probably laning at the top, like we said just now with the teleport. So they're actually posturing right here. Would TBM go in for blue buff invade? Maybe they're actually pinging out. Will they ward? What will they do? And we have Oriana's wall coming in, spotting out Lee Sin. So here we go. Actually, the ward comes down from Equivocal, and TBM actually manages to ping that ward out. So they're all here camping in that bush, but of course, whoa, the ping ward really quickly down, and they're actually managing to take out that side ward right there. And that banana bush is really scary to put a ward in because sometimes you may just put it in wrongly and it'll be different. And teammate actually responds with a ping ward their own and actually taking out the mission. So no invade just yet. They will not be at level 1. I think everyone will just go back to their lanes, go back to their jungle, and let's see how it goes. Okay, and we have actually Oriana putting down some power to Lissandra and just backing off. So Lissandra is actually getting back. Lulu puts down a ward, an observer ward maybe? No, she actually still has her observer ward, so it's a regular side ward down up the red side jungle ramp. So we have, let's see the lanes. Lissandra in mid, Lee Sin in the jungle, Lulu and Caitlyn in the bot lane, and Vi is slowly making her way up to top. She passes that ward, so therefore we know that AL actually wants a Diana to face off against Vi, and here they start off the jungle.
Alright, so it's gonna be really interesting. Vi versus Diana top lane. The only thing that's gonna really scare TBM is that Diana teleport that she has. It's gonna be the backfire of TBM. Diana has teleport, but once the teleport goes down, TBM is going to go on the aggressive mode. And so we see a lot of exchange between bot lane right now. And Aqua Prison comes down on Caitlyn, and Caitlyn gets a lot of damage right now, but Vayne is hitting a lot of damage herself. Lulu is going very deep into this. Both sides is taking a lot of damage. Both sides are getting punished in their early game. Beautiful Aqua Prison coming down, no kills at the bottom lane, but both are eating too much damage to continue pushing on too aggressive. And Vi Vi goes aggressive on Diana, but it's just going to be a sniping match again. No kill's going to come down from the top lane too early, unless the jungle is there to help them.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, Lulu and Caitlyn is going to push really hard onto Vayne and Nami, so we'll probably see that coming out and see how well Lulu actually zones out both Vayne and Nami to actually prevent Vayne from actually getting any farm. So as they are doing it, we actually see them juking it out, Vayne standing back a bit before they actually reaches a really good burst combo using Nami's Aqua Prison combined with the Condemn as well as the Silver Bolt Sprout. We may see a quick first blood if TBM decides to go very aggressive. And we have actually Lee Sin camping here in the top lane to see if they can. Actually, we had Aqua Prison hitting on the Caitlyn. Vayne comes in, actually forces Caitlyn to pop the barrier, and the exhaust comes out, and Vayne gets really low. Lulu continues to go in, Nami pops the exhaust, and yes, first blood on Lulu because of the Glitter Lance, and she gets a double kill because she actually leveled up, and this is a really good play. And now in the top lane we have Lee Sin and Vi going in to try to see if they can pick off Diana. So that was a really good start from TBM. So this is gonna really snowball them because Lulu will be able to get her sight stone, we're able to get more vision control for them, and that is always good. Wards are really key in League of Legends.
No, I completely agree. Although it's not the most ideal to have your support getting a double first blood and a double kill off of that. But then again, with Lulu getting her sight stone and really giving a lot of vision. Oh no! Elise comes in and takes Caitlyn off of that. I think that came out like a blind spot right there for Caitlyn, so it's a 2-for-1 there. But besides that, Lulu is going to come back really strong in lane, and there she is. She has a sight stone with vision wards coming down as well. And this is going to be really good for Caitlyn as well because she got 2 assists off of that.
Yep. So that was once again very bad habits by TBM because they seem to always stick there for way too long without any vision, and then therefore keeping ALSG a easy kill. So on top we actually have Diana and Vi actually duking it out once again, and we'll just see who actually trades better, whether Diana will trade better or Vi, because Diana with that crescent sweep, her passive crescent sweep will do a lot of damage. And here we have Caitlyn actually going on the aggressive because she actually has whoa, we actually have Lee Sin coming in and managing to stun the Lee Sin, and they all flash. They actually all burn the flash, no avail. Lee Sin burns the flash, Lulu burns the flash, and Caitlyn just uses the 90 caliber net to get closer. So those were 2 failed flashes two wasted flashes to be exact by TBM, and we actually have Elise camping here in the top lane to see if actually Vi charges up a Q to come and deal. So here we go, the nice stun against onto Vi and uses everything. Vi has to flash away, but will the crescent sweep hit? Will anything else hit? A very nice ignite, and Elise uses the repel to get away. And since the minions were there, she didn't take any power damage from that one. So good play there by both Elise and Diana in the top.
Right. So if there are no minions there, Elise would have gotten the turret aggro because after the 3.10 patch, Elise was nerfed and the spiderlings will no longer take damage for her. And so it was really good play from ALS to get that 1 kill off Vi, because Vi didn't have any form of vision coming in from the top lane and got her Q off, but Lee Sin was there to Elise was there to, hey, I'm here, and got that 1 kill off of Vi.
Yeah, so as we can see again, a big wave pushing up for Caitlyn and Lulu, and they are definitely going to try to trick. Sandra comes in and actually comes in with the ultimate locking up Caitlyn, and we have Diana coming in with a teleport but cancelling it. I'm pretty sure they didn't see that, but that was good of them to back off and not continue sieging the turret. So maybe they've learned from mistakes, maybe they haven't, but their 6 senses are working right now.
Right, so that was a very good play from Lysandra coming in from the back, and so because they didn't have any ward vision coming in from the back of the lane, Lysandra managed to pull off that really nice gank onto Vayne and got the kill off of that. So that kill went to Caitlyn, so that's really good. Caitlyn got the kill, and as you can see in the bot lane and top lane right there, the back and forth again between Diana and Vi. So that's not gonna have a lot of effect coming on in this early game unless like before Elise comes in and helps them. But what we want to focus on is this mid lane and bottom lane. Like what Joe Miller always says, that claw of doom. You don't like to see that claw of doom coming off of Lissandra because you don't know if she's gonna activate that claw of doom or not. You know, you don't know if she's gonna follow it up or she's gonna just scare you off with it. That's very, very scary when you're playing against Lissandra. So we see Vayne here alone without Nami and getting a lot of pull, stepping onto a trap and getting W by and Caitlyn. Caitlyn managed to get the kill off of Vayne. So that was very, very careless by Vayne because she pushed lane a little bit too hard without Nami alongside with her and managed to give the kill away to Caitlyn. So that's a 2-kill Caitlyn now and a 0-3-0 Vayne. That's not a good start for ALS. Although Vayne will scale very greatly in the late game, you don't want her to get so far behind in the early game as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, if Vayne actually gets put behind by this Lulu Caitlyn push, it's going to be really, really detrimental for them. But on the other hand, if Lulu and Caitlyn actually manages to pick them off really, really quickly and pick on the tower really quickly, Vayne may be able to just sit back, freeze the lane, and just ramp up with farm. As we can compare 2 farms of the 2 AD carries, one Caitlyn and Crisis, and actually we have a crazy gang up in the top lane with Vi being taken down solo because of Elise and Diana, but Lee Sin's Dragon Kick still doesn't manage to save Vi. And here we have both Elise and Diana with superb AP wave clear from the Spider Link as well as that Crescent Strike. We have actually going in, and Lulu coming in with Lissandra, actually managing to do a lot here, and Lissandra picks up that blue buff for free from Orianna. And Lulu's doing an exceptional job roaming and warding out the jungle for TBM. So I think that the double kill early was a really, really good job. And wow, Caitlyn just uses her ultimate just to poke onto Vayne so that she just back. So like I said, the Lulu Caitlyn lane is gonna push really, really hard. But are they just gonna keep the laning phase available? I think yes, because you know, you were saying that the Japanese teams really, really like to play with a long drawn lane phase.
Right, so yeah, but that's 3 ultimates popped right there. Oh, and Lissandra eats a stun from Elise, but Elise doesn't follow up with that. She doesn't have enough damage to kill Lissandra. But that was 3 ultimates popped by TBM. Although in good phase as well, they did manage to get kills off of it. So Lissandra's Frozen Tomb was used. Lulu's ultimate was used, as well as Caitlyn's ace in a hole to just scare away Vayne there. Lulu was doing an exceptional job, I agree. So Lulu, her summoner's name is actually called 9240, which is one of the he's one of the more renowned support players in the Japanese team. And Nami chose out the Aqua Freezer, but doesn't manage to lock down Caitlyn. And there we go. Lee Sin and Vi comes onto Orianna, but Orianna kicks off a shot.
Well, basically, here we go. Actually, Diana actually teleporting in, and they actually did not manage to get a kill out of this. Instead, the kill goes to ALSG, and their aggression may have been too much because they decided to dive the turret, and Orianna uses a beautiful 2 champion shockwave coming in for all of it. And here we have AL actually, not AL, but it's the TBM actually coming in to clear out the Dragon Pit with Caitlyn backing up Lulu as Elise tries to chase her. So Nami puts down the pink ward again, and they actually destroy the Vision Ward. So now AL seems to be pretty confident in taking the Dragon since they have the numbers advantage. Diana being held up on top of the Dragon Pit, the Ace in the Hole being used, the Frozen Tomb being used as well, and Diana flashes will be just barely getting away. Will they be able to get the Dragon? Let's see. Will Caitlyn and Lulu as well as Lissandra come in to contest for it? And here we have Caitlyn trying to poke. Lee Sin also coming in. Does he use his Sonic Wave? He hits no one. Lulu getting really, really low but still chasing. Elise has to flash away, and then after that they all just back away because they're all really low. It's Lulu is really confident in going in with that because she knows that she's in good position, out of range from all the skills, and they still continue to chase. But flashes burn, in the end, no kills. Only Dragon going down to Team ALS.
Right, I apologize for that brain retard that I had just now. So what happened there just now was Orianna wanted to continue poking for them after the dragon was taken down, but she used her shockwave before that to get the kill on both Vi and Lee Sin, who we saw just now dive way too deep inside, and so that was not the best choice, and they got eaten off of that. So Orianna's shockwave was used, and so they couldn't pick up kills in a dragon, and now we see TBM pushing onto mid, but a beautiful Aqua Prison catches both Lissandra and Caitlyn. And now we see ALS on the counter, pushing onto mid as well.
Yeah, and actually if we take a look at the minimap, ALS has decided to invest a lot of money into early pick wars to deny some vision from TBM because they know that with the vision control, Lissandra, Lee Sin, as well as Vi will not be able to hop over the walls and be able to come and flank them from the side. But on the other hand, I feel that the crazy dive comp coming in, if they just dive straight up and if they actually try to focus on Lissandra, but if she uses the Frozen Tomb on herself, she may be able to buy some time for the rest of TBM to clean up. So the Assault Battery, I don't think Vi has used her Assault Battery just yet, but the moment she does actually use it, we will see some really crazy engages coming up from TBM. So as long as they don't go super over aggressive, they won't be punished for it globally. So if you actually take a look at the goal score right here, ALS has actually taken 1 dragon and 1 tower, the top lane out of turret. So right now they are at about a 2.5k or 1.5k goal advantage against TBM. So let's just see how the mid game progresses because everyone's just going back to the lanes, farming up. Oh, my mistake. Actually, TBM also takes down the bot lane turret, so the turrets are 1-1. So the goal difference is basically just off the dragon kill.
So that's very important. Dragon is a big objective that you definitely want to contest. So TBM lost that contest and gave Dragon away, which resulted in that 1k goal lead that ALS has right now. And so we can see here Caitlyn with that crazy OP range that her auto attack has, and it's taken almost half health off of Vayne right there. And it's really interesting to see how the ADCs are gonna scale out late game right now. But Lulu is doing so much for the team right now. She's really utilizing all her kit and helping her team all the way. You can see Lulu with 2 kills and 3 assists. So basically she is involved with all of the kills that TBM has right now. So I think Lulu is going to be really important in this game. She really is going to be key to helping Caitlyn stay alive, as well as helping Lissandra use that Frozen Tomb onto ALS. And here we go, tidal wave coming out from Nami, pushing back Lulu away from the fight, which really helps them because Lee Sin came in and they couldn't catch up with Vayne and Nami.
Yeah, that's right. The tidal wave was used pretty good. Maybe slightly too early, but they were afraid of that dive composition coming in from Lee Sin. So we have actually 4 members grouping up here to take down the bot turret. Lee Sin, Elise taking a chunk of the tower, taking a hit from the tower. Lissandra actually coming down as well. And we have Vi and Dinah duking out the top lane. I mean, Dinah tries to actually go in, uses the Moon Rush to come in, but Vi flashes out of it and escapes safely. So a flash burn for Vi. And we have the bot lane here. The 4-man push on the bot lane actually gets pushed back. Lee Sin gets hit by the Cocoon, and Lissandra gets hit by the Aqua Prison. So both 4-man teams pushing down the bot lane decides to back off for a moment right here. So let's just see how everything's going to go up. Orianna actually swings to the mid lane and tries to push it. And Lee Sin comes here to defend the mid lane turret. They actually have the ping wall to take out stuff in the vision wall in the bush, so that Lissandra can come in for flank. And she does have a Frozen Tomb up, so Vayne must be really careful right now. So actually Lissandra taking so much damage. Lulu has to use the Wild Growth. Vayne coming in the final hour and trying to hit Dinah as well, coming in the teleport. Lulu is out of position and they actually pick up an easy kill on Dinah, kind of wasting a teleport, but they're just for backup so that both Caitlyn and Lissandra as well as Lulu have to back away.
Really good play from ALS. So what ALS now is doing, they don't want to go on a 5v5 against Lissandra TBM because they know Lissandra's Frozen Tomb. Oh, but they turret dive on it, and Lissandra uses Frozen Tomb on herself, but still managed to take off the kill of Lissandra and going to take down the bottom turret as well. So right now, what ALS is looking for is not on a 5v5 team fight, but actually on objectives. You can see that they are pushing every lane just now. Before Dinah teleport into the bottom lane, she was pushing top lane really hard. So the inner top turret for TBM is also really low. And here we see, off 1 kill, they took off a kill of Lulu as well as Sandra, and it took 2 turrets off of it. So this is going to be really bad for TBM.
Yeah, here we have the response coming in from Vi, proxy farming in the top lane, and the minions taking out the top lane outer turret as well. So all in all, ALS actually comes up ahead with 2 kills and 2 turrets, whereas TBM just comes ahead with 1 turret. So right now they really have to open up the map as much as possible because TBM would really go for the flanking engage from Lissandra, Vi, as well as Lee Sin. So we have here the dragon being attempted by TBM. So let's just see how AL actually responds to this. Caitlyn trying to poke away Elise. Elise may come in on Smite. Does she actually get Smite off? No, Lissandra actually uses the Frozen 2 onto Elise and instantly bursting down Elise. And they also get the dragon away. So here we have Orianna zoning really good with her ball. And here we have Diana split pushing in the top lane. Not even wanting to join the fight because they actually already got dragon, so yeah, the entire of AL is actually preventing them from recalling and responding to the Diana split push right here. So Orianna takes the blue buff, Vayne just lifesteals off the blue golem, and we have here Caitlyn just soloing the red lizard. So all in all, 1 kill in favor of TBM as well as the dragon.
Right, so the goal line is standard to 2k goal line right now because all the turrets are taken away, as well as the first dragon that was taken off. So 3 to 3 turrets, but ALS still came off on top with the team fight. But Caitlyn is really gonna get skill on really good because she has a red buff on her right now, 2-2-3 against the 1-3-1 of Vayne. So Vayne isn't getting a lot of kills off them, but one thing that Vayne is really balancing off right now is that she is not losing out on her CS as well. So there's only 3 CS difference between Caitlyn and Vayne. No, actually just 1 CS and they're now balanced. And so Vayne is slowly getting there with kills and CS against Caitlyn. And now I think what they want to do with Lulu and Lissandra, Lulu really wants to make sure that Lissandra is kept safe and that her Frozen Tomb is going to be used really well. And here we see Lulu taking on a 19-minute Oracle before the 20-minute mark, because I know a lot of supports like to play and have Oracle just at the 20-minute mark to clear out all that vision that the opposition has, but she's got her Oracle just for the 20-minute mark and clearing out all the vision around the Baron. It's really interesting that they're clearing out and focusing so much on the Baron area right now, as we see Lulu notices that Diana is around the area but doesn't do a lot about it.
Yeah, actually we have here everyone grouping in the mid lane with Diana teleports down right now, and they're actually trying to flank from the side, but a good cocoon comes out and catches Lissandra off in the side lane as well. And here we have TBM actually pushing up the mid lane, and we have Lulu actually using the giant growth on wild growth on herself, trying to knock up Caitlyn, and uses the assault battery. Lissandra comes in, uses the frozen tool, the shockwave comes out, but she dies before anything can happen. Diana uses Zonia's, and there are actually four of TBM actually is there. Vi comes in with the flash, but to no avail because she gets exhausted immediately. So right now TBM can easily siege the turret, trading 1-for-1 support for mid laner. I think this is a good trade for TBM. So right now we have to see how they capitalize it. And as we say that Vayne is actually farming in the side lanes, finally taking a CS advantage over Caitlyn. So let's just see how these two AD carries actually fare in the late game when team fights really start that level. So yes, they finally take down the mid lane in the turret, which like I said is a good thing because Vi, Lee Sin and Lissandra would want to come in from the flanks to kill them, to kill off ALSG. So that was a good engage. All in all, Lulu making the plays once again, despite sacrificing her life for the greater good, taking 1 kill and 1 turret, whereas ALS only takes the 1 kill.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see her using wild growth on herself, because I thought, wow, I mean, that's a really big utility ultimate being wasted there, but it came out good. There was a good decision coming out, and the Claw of Doom comes out by Lissandra, but doesn't follow it. And so they really want to protect this middle turret in right now because they have a huge map control with both middle turrets being taken down from ALS's side, because they have both the middle turret and the inner middle turret, which gives so much map control to TBM right now. And they really want to save this middle turret right now, and as well as, but Diana, you can see Diana hovering around top lane, not sure if she wants to push this out, but Vi comes in the top lane and just pushes out the lane, make sure that Diana doesn't split push and get that inner middle turret. But here we go, and they lose focus on the mid turret for just a few seconds, and here we go, Vayne is definitely chomping down that middle turret, and it goes down.
It was very interesting that they decided to give up the middle turret for the Wraiths there. So I think that was not such a good call by TBM, but well, let's see whether this actually damages their they aren't really in the lead, but they're kind of even. So will AL actually push because of this turret? We'll have to find out, because most of them are actually going back to buy. So if you actually take a look at the items right now, we actually have the Zhonya's for Diana. Oh, let's take a look at the gold lead. How about that? We have Diana at 8,000 gold with 3 kills, no deaths and 2 assists, way ahead of Bai. We also have Elise and Lee Sin with covering Elise having 3 kills, therefore she has so much more gold, and we actually have some action in the top lane with Lee Sin coming in using the Tempest onto Diana, and Caitlyn as well as Lissandra coming in with Diana using her Zhonya's. Will she be able to get away? The Assault battery comes out and the stun from Lissandra. The chain CC proves too much for Diana to handle as 5 men collapse onto Diana in the top lane, so they actually come up really high. Vayne actually manages to split push in the bot lane while all this is happening, and Orianna as well as Elise are preventing them from actually blue pilling back to prevent the Vayne split push. So like I said earlier, Vayne, a very strong split pusher, a very strong duelist. They probably have to send at least 1 or 2 members to deal with Vayne. And Vayne is actually tanking, taking 2 shots from the turret, but still with that plate of Ruin King, she's able to lifesteal away. And this is a really good, and Elise actually continues to chase against Lulu, and here we have Lulu using the Wild Growth, Lee Sin picking and kicking Orianna away, but Orianna still managed to get a 3-man shockwave. Caitlyn has to go back. They are being busted down very low. Caitlyn has to flash, uses the barrier, uses the locket, and Elise is still chasing, using her Q to jump in. She's taking a few turret shots. Will Caitlyn survive? Lee Sin actually dies, using the ace in the hole, but Orianna body blocks the ace in the hole, and there we have an extremely extended fight coming up from ALS.
So that was not very good because they had 1 kill at the top, which was very good for TBM, but they didn't see that coming from ALS because Vayne was just bottom side pushing all the way, and in the end they gave up so much just for that one kill. And we can see here Lissandra getting caught using her Frozen Tome, and the Zhonya's not sure why she did that because that is a death for her. You know, you're not gonna escape from both Elise and Diana. She popped her Frozen Tome, Frozen 2, and there's Zhonya's at. I don't think that was a very good decision coming out from TBM Lissandra. We see Bai and Caitlyn pushing, and Bai actually uses her flash. Did she use her flash right there?
No, I think it was actually Elise who, with amazing mechanics, repelling to the Baron and then hiding behind the Baron pit to use the flash so that Bai couldn't catch up with Elise. That was a very interesting trade there. It was really funny because Lissandra used both her Frozen Tomb and Zhonya's. I mean, that made me kind of chuckle. So if we actually take a look at the items here, I'd like to point out that Vi actually has a Tiamat as well as a Blade or Ruin King. That's a really interesting build coming out from Vi. As well as who else do we have here? We also have Caitlyn holding on to an Infinity Edge and waiting up to complete her seal. Whereas Vayne has already scaled past Caitlyn, getting more. Despite having more deaths and lesser kills, she has more CS than Caitlyn, and she manages to get her 2 core items, the Blade of the Ruin King as well as the Phantom Dancer. Here we have in the mid lane a bit of burst coming out from Orianna, causing Lissandra to back and probably blue pulling back to the turret. So here we have AL posturing for Baron, clearing up the wards, getting ready for any upcoming Baron fights, and we basically don't see many wards coming up on the side of TBM. So they may want to get this blue buff here. Is it really risky? All the players are back, all of TBM's players are back in the base, and they are trying to posture here for the blue buff. Diana pushing top, Vayne pushing bot. So like I said, it will be a 3-1-1 split push with Diana and Vayne in the outer lanes, and these 3 champions right here trying to split buff. So they don't really get the blue buff, they decide to back off, and Vayne actually get caught out right here. Hi uses the assault, hasn't used the assault battery, finally uses the assault battery, uses the barrier, and they didn't finish it off. Vayne has to use the Blade of Ruin King, use the final hour, tumbles away, but still dies to Ignite. That there was just a bit of a misplay. They could have gotten it without burning any summoners right there.
It was really interesting because Vi uses her battery assault as well as her flash and her Ignite. It was very crazy play because there was just one Vayne, and they finish like, oh, here we go.
Here we have Lissandra getting caught out, a 1-man shockwave coming out against Lee Sin, and we have 4 against 2 right here. Lulu getting caught in the Aqua Prison, Vi coming back, Caitlyn dealing so much damage to Nami, and here we have Vi being taking out Nami, Diana taking out Lissandra, Diana taking out Lulu as well. They go in, they try to get as much damage onto Caitlyn as well, but we have Vi duking out with Orianna. She's able to flash away, and because of that kill just now, Vi wasted her flash. She could have saved that flash, gotten the kill on Vayne, and flash over to secure the double buff from Orianna. So there we go, that little mistake prevented TBM from getting a delayed ace.
Yes, that was not the best decision to use both her flash and her assault battery, because she could have used assault battery to finish off Orianna as well, but right there, you lost that really big advantage that you could really push off from TBM. And Vayne, that face check, never face check when you're in such a competitive play, don't face check. But there, I think ALS got off really easily there with Vi using both her flash and her assault battery, her ultimate. And I think we're gonna see a Baron dance starting out really soon, but Orianna's very, very low, so she needs to either wait it out or she needs to go back and heal up. Yes, she's going back to Vi as well. So let's look at the goal difference. So Orianna's pretty, Diana's pretty even with Vi, but look at Elise, she has almost a 2k because 6,000, so it's 2k gold lead over Lee Sin, and Orianna with a 3,000 gold lead over Lissandra. That is crazy. But the ADC pretty much the same, even though Vayne has about 40 CS over Caitlyn right now.
Yeah, so we can see that the Zhonya's being picked up for Diana already earlier, and now Orianna picks up the Zhonya's for herself as well. That's why she stayed out of base so long, farming the neutral creeps. And we have Nami here clearing up all the wards, and we can see that AL wants to actually posture for the Baron, and Vi is getting to a point where she is actually able to do 1v1 with Vayne, but because of that they spot Vi and Caitlyn away. They are actually going for the Baron but decide to back off because of all the wards. Look at the amount of wards we have on the blue side jungle around the Baron pit for ALSG. So they managed to deter, TBM manages to deter AL from the Baron, and they basically, right now they have really de-ward the entire Baron pit. So Vi with the Oracles deciding to de-ward, and it seems that Baron will be a very contested pick right here. And we have actually the Q coming in, Lissandra coming in with her frozen tools onto onto Vayne, onto Elise actually, but Vayne is on the outside kiting everyone, and a great shockwave coming out from Orianna right here, forcing Caitlyn as well as Lee Sin to go back, and this may just be the Baron for AL. And the trade here is 3-1, and then we also have them doing the Baron then. So with Lee Sin up, there's always still a chance for TBM to actually steal the Baron. You see Lee Sin going on the side. Will he be able to get the safeguard cooldown on time? And actually we have the Sonic Wave. Will we be able to steal Baron? Someone uses the smite. I have no idea who, but the chain stun coming out from Orianna and Nami prevents Lee Sin from using the smite. So someone smited way too early. Lee Sin smited because Elise wasn't there. Also, they actually had the smite advantage, but Lee Sin came in slightly too early, used the smite slightly too early as well, and he didn't manage to pull off a perfect steal. So if we actually take stock right now, all players on the side of ALS actually has the Baron buff. They might be going for Dragon to increase their goldie even further. Caitlyn is being sandwiched by both Vayne as well as Orianna. Vayne actually spots out Caitlyn and she turns around just to face Orianna and Elise. Orianna using a shockwave overkill right there, just taking out Caitlyn, showing the powers and the cool, and just killing Caitlyn off really quickly. Not wanting her to just escape out. So right now we have a 2-man dragon by Elise as well as Vayne, and here we have, let's maybe take stock of some of the items as maybe some of the gold. But actually here we have Diana coming in and Vi using the Q, and they are duking it out, but Vi has such a strong dueling potential, and Lee Sin goes in. Let's see who uses. Oh, and a nice Q just right out of the Zhonya's, easily picks up Diana for Lee Sin actually.
Yeah, so poor Caitlyn, she just got caught out of nowhere, sandwiching both sides coming in. I was really shocked that Orianna used her Shockwave fighter, because Shockwave has a pretty long, a pretty standard cooldown time. I didn't think that she would use the Shockwave there, but she did, because I think that Elise's cooldown would be enough to really hold Caitlyn in place for the rest of them to really burst her down really quickly, but it was used there nonetheless. So let's look at the turret's advantage as well as the go advantage right now. So it's 4-5 with ALS coming on top with 1 turret advantage as well as a 10 goal lead. So the 10k goal lead came off of a lot the Baron buff, the Baron as well as Dragon as well as of course the kill advantage.
And here we go, we have actually Vi coming with the flash Q combo, Lissandra and Lee Sin coming in from the flank, but we can see the Diana teleport coming in and forcing the entire TBM to actually back off. And here we actually have a 5-man siege down the mid turret with Caitlyn finally joining the fray. Can they hold this outer middle turret? But no, a nice flash Moon Rush coming in from Diana, and then she goes back in to actually pick up a double kill on Lee Sin and Caitlyn. Here we actually have Vayne tumbling away. Will she fall to the Ignite? Yes, she will fall to the Ignite. The Zhonya is being used. Orianna, Elise, as well as Nami surviving. Will she actually be able to survive from the turret shots? Yes? No? Elise makes it out okay. And we actually, if you actually take stock of that fight there, it was an ace, not very clean. They all are less than half health, but Vayne dies more importantly, so they may not be able to siege the tower very... Oh, actually, I take that back. They are easily able to siege out that tower due to Orianna and Diana being Orianna's passive, as well as Diana's passive being able to take down towers really easily. And here they're just going to tank up the Nexus turret, hopefully getting 1 Nexus turret, 2 Nexus turret. Will they be able to get it? Who's tanking the turret? Just the minions tanking the turret, and we have Lee Sin reviving. Will they be able to? Will he be able to, you know, prevent them from finishing off the game? But no, it looks like everyone's just going for the Nexus, and that's the game. A spectacular play by AL coming in, and it proves that one team fight can really change the entire game away. So congratulations to ALSG. TBM put up a very, very solid game 3, and to anyone who thinks that TBM is not one of the best Japanese teams out there, well, I hope that game 3 actually proves that they are able to compete on an international level.
It was a really good game by both TBM and ALS Singapore because that game was very even until like mid game right there. So Ludo started off with a double kill, and that was really crazy to watch. First blood, then a double kill. That was crazy, but ALS really came back hard at the end, pushing out advantage after advantage, goal lead after goal lead, turret after turret, Baron, and then going on to Dragon. So that was a really good game by ALS to finish off the 303 show match between Japan's The Beast Mitai and Singapore's Absolute Legends. So thank you guys so much for sticking up with us for the last 3 hours or so. I know the stream and the mic has had a lot of problems in the last few games, but I am very excited that you guys want to join us for the entire 3 hours of the games that we had today. My name is Ferlin Yoshimi. I'm the caster for today, and my co-caster here is Donovan, who, although he has been talking the entire time. It's my first time casting, and so I hope you guys understand that I'm not a professional at this, but I'm trying my best. So we're very excited to possibly make up more international matches between Japan teams as well and international teams. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. You can check out JCG's website, although it's all in Japanese, but you can definitely check out. We will try to add on English features from now on. And thank you guys so much for watching. Do you have any last words to say?
Well, I also like to thank Chris, who actually got me into this, because he kind of called me and asked if I wanted to cast this thing. I've been waiting for an opportunity to cast, so I'm very glad to actually be able to get this opportunity. I want to thank you, Ferlin, for giving me this opportunity to cast. You're a great caster as well. I mean, yes, we may stumble a bit, but it's kind of like both. It's also my kind of like my first time shoutcasting to such a big audience. I mean, I think we have about 400 to 500 viewers. That's like the most I've ever casted to. So, thank you very much for watching the stream. We hope you have an awesome night.
Yes, so thank you very much, guys. I'm gonna fly off to Japan tomorrow morning, and I will hope to see you guys very soon. We will be broadcasting, streaming here on the JCG Japan Esports channel very often. Do come back and see us, and we will let you know if there's any more of the international matches or English streams that are coming up from JCG very soon. Thank you guys. Have a great night. My name is Ferlin Yoshimi, and this is Donovan Fu. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great night and weekend coming up. Alright, see you guys. Bye.
Mute the mics first. Because they can hear. Whoever's watching the streams, they can.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the JCG Japan Esports channel. We're about to start the JCG International Show match between the Miss Mitai of Japan and Singapore's very own ALS at the Singapore. We are going to start the English streaming here, and over in Japan we have the Nico Nico Doga, which will be streaming in Japanese. You can choose to either be here or there. And tonight I will be the captain for the Yoshimi, and beside me is my co-captain Jonathan from Singapore. Hello.
Hi, thank you, Berlin. So, how excited are you for this game?
I'm extremely excited for this. I just flew in 3 days ago for this, and I'm really excited because, I'm from Singapore.
Yes.
And it is extremely wonderful to be back here and to have this both Japan and Singapore play together. It's the first time Japan actually has an international match.
That's right. Maybe you could tell us, the viewers more about Japan esports, especially League of Legends.
Right, so today we're playing on the FBA server, Southeast Asian server.
That's right.
But in Japan, unfortunately, we don't have our own server. We are actually using the North American server and are now waiting for our own servers right now. And so, but that's basically about it because we're not on servers yet.
Okay, anyway, basically what's going to happen is that the JCG is the Japanese league, and currently the two teams that are playing today, the Beast Mitai from Japan, they'll be playing against Absolute Legends Singapore ALS, and TBM is basically the Season 1 winners of JCG. Am I right?
Yes, they are the winner. They are the first place winner in Season 1. And for me, I'm very excited for them to play ALS because I am a fan myself of ALS as well as TBM. I'm very excited to bring Japan team to Singapore and have them play out because I think even though in Japan we definitely do follow the NA meta because we're playing on the NA server, but I think, being a Japanese team, they have their own meta as well, because they also do Japanese team or Japanese forum, and so it's definitely going to be a little bit different from the NA meta, but I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup to see Japan play Singapore.
Yes, I agree. I've been watching some of the JCG, and I feel that they have some comfort champions, and they have some comfort picks as well. And I would say that their style is pretty different. So I really hope to see some unorthodox picks today.
What do you see from JCG? What are the things that you have really found out?
Basically, while watching the JCG, I know that certain picks that we may not see in competitive meta that often actually do appear. I've seen an Wukong in a game before. They really like to use Wukong's level 6 initiation with his Nimbus strike as well as the ultimate from Wukong.
Yes, so that is Terranissa.
Yeah.
He's the top player for the Beast Mitai, and he definitely loves playing Wukong. And his actually favorite champions are Singe, Wukong, and Shyvana. So that's his three very much of his comfort champion pick for Terranissa, who's top player.
I see. So what can you tell me more about TBM in general? Like, what kind of playstyle do they have?
So it's really hard to kind of figure out what their playstyle really is. But I think for TBM, Hirame-san likes to, the top player, he likes to farm out his lane a little bit more. He likes to drag out the laning phase for him. But for the mid laner, which is Silva-san, he really likes to push game really fast. He likes to get out of the lane and roam really quickly. Preferably even between the 5 to 10 minute mark, he would like roam really fast. So what about ALS?
Well,
What can we talk about?
I've been watching ALS for quite a while, and they've performed exceptionally well in the TLC, which is basically the Singapore's amateur circuit, or also known as the Legend circuit. And they actually came in runner-up behind our local team, our national team, the Singapore Sentinels. And mainly their playstyle centers around hard CC champions. So we actually have Equivocal in the mid lane playing champions such as he's been known to pull out Lissandra, and we also have seen him play Cho'Gath quite a few times in the mid lane.
Right. So what does Cho'Gath bring to the game for ALS?
Basically, Cho'Gath could act as a second CC. So the support player from ALS also prefers hard champions with that actually has a lot of CC, like Nami, which I feel they've picked a lot whenever they got the chance because of the Aqua Prison into maybe a Cho'Gath Rupture. They are able to actually lock down one champion and burst that champion down immediately.
Right, so that's very interesting. I'm very interested to see how these two very, very different teams are going to clash in today. But right now we're going to go to a slight short break because I think we're having a little bit of problems with our microphones, especially for mine. And we're going to have that fixed up really quickly and we'll be right back. Alright, so we'll see you guys in just a few minutes before the game starts.
Okay.
Hey guys, and we're back. I think we got both of the problems fixed. My sound is still extremely soft from what I can tell, but I'm gonna try and borrow Donovan.
Yeah, we'll try our best to actually fix the mic problems, but I think the game's about to start, and more importantly, let's just take a look at what's going in the bans and picks because they're already in game.
Yeah, so we're already in game. Let's move on to the banks and picks. And we can see, alright, here we are, the banks and picks. So on the blue side, we have
TBM.
And on the purple side, we have ALS.
That's right.
So what can we tell from these bans right now?
So far we can see that the global ultimates from Twisted Fate and Shen have been banned out immediately by both TBM and ALS.
Okay, yeah, so I think one thing that's really important that, to take out the global presence. I mean, for that itself is a big hindrance to a lot of the gameplay that a lot of teams like to really pull out. And so to take that out, we need to take out a lot. So what does Jarvan bring in?
Like I said, ALS loves to play hard initiation champs, and Jarvan is one something that the jungler actually plays quite a bit. And we actually have an Elise ban coming out from ALS, and Elise is known to be, a super strong utility champion and able to fit in almost any role in the game, be it a jungler, a top laner, or a mid laner. I mean, more commonly in jungle or top lane. So what do you think about the Elise ban?
So I think Elise, because we are now on the 3.10 patch, and it's the after nerf Elise.
Yes.
I love playing Elise before she was nerfed. The after she was nerfed, she's still a popular pick now. But yes, Elise is such a utility player. She can go anywhere. In the jungle, she's so mobile.
That's right.
And so I think to take her out of the game is a really smart move. I don't think it's a ban that is for the players, but mostly because, as a champion overall, the kid is really, really
Yeah, they
strong.
most likely don't want to handle a led Elise anyway. And we have the Beast Mentor coming out of their last ban, which is Zed. So what do you think of this Zed ban? I mean, Zed brings an extremely strong roam and extremely strong burst. I mean, is any reason why they don't like playing against it?
I don't think it's a ban, like again I said, I don't think it's a ban for ALS, because they don't know about ALS, but Zed, yeah. Now the meta's changed a little bit for, as well, it goes back to mage first, or the AC champions,
That's right.
and all these assassin champions are kind of getting away from what all the mainstream pros are playing right
That's
now.
right, but
It's a very weird ban, but I guess what?
well, Zed with blue buff and roaming is really scary though.
Yes, of course. I mean, if he comes on really strong his skills early game, it's going to be unstoppable late game. Let's go to the pick. Here we have Trash and Lee Sin. Trash, I mean, how can they let Trash get in?
Okay, tell me more about Trash.
So I love Trash. I mean, I'm a huge Trash fan. His kit is pretty much just OP all the way.
Okay.
He has a lantern, stay for team. He can play them away. The death sentence come out and box. I mean, as a kid, as a champion, as a kid, it's just way too good to give it to the other team.
How often does TBM actually play Trash? I mean, in the JCG, have you seen them play Trash yet?
So Trash is always banned out. It's always a definite ban for Trash. And if they don't ban Trash out, they will get snubbed. These two champions are basically what Japanese players love to play, either Trash or Nami. So what does ALS come up with Vincent and Caitlyn?
Well, Caitlyn provides a really strong sieging potential as well as strong laning presence. And well, Lee Sin, essentially he's a great ganker, and if we actually see him in the jungle, we could expect maybe a level 1 Doran to play Lee Sin, and coming in with a quick gank into either maybe the top mid or bottom lane.
Right, I think for Lee Sin, if you play him well, it's pretty much unstoppable.
That's
But if Lee Sin doesn't get strong in the early game, he really loses out the mid and late game.
Yes, he basically just becomes a utility champion
Right,
with just his dragon skin.
Exactly. So if you still try to take away his buff earlier on, or counter jump him earlier on, I think that would be really good. But then again, we'll see. I don't think TBM doesn't like to go on this early game. They don't like to go on the level 1 engage. So we'll see. But here we have TBM coming out with a Cat and a Tristana. So Tristana pick is not something that is crazy different for me seeing from the Japan side, because we follow the anime meta and we love super hard carries, right? We love Tristana, all that kind of champions, Ash. I think, how do you think Tristana will work with Trash?
Well, basically I think if we actually ignore the bottom lane synergy itself, we actually take a look at Trash, Tristana and Nasus. They all scale extremely well into the late game. Trash has his souls that he picks up after the new patch. Basically, the soul value doesn't diminish anymore. So the souls in the late game actually matter now, and Trash can become something like a semi-tank as a support even without items. Tristana, on the other hand, with her passive as well as her rocket jump, is really difficult for you to actually catch Tristana out of position. And Tristana basically scales extremely well in the late game. If they even let Tristana snowball slightest bit, Tristana was gonna just roll their faces.
Wait, I love the Nasus pick coming in because that's such a great kid, right? He has Vita, like really stop champions, and he's a really great initiator. He's not the best initiator, but he's a good tank for the team, I think so. And I think he works well with Trash as well. But coming out from ALS, we see Caitlyn, James, and Nami. How does Nami work well with Caitlyn?
Well, like I said before, we came into bans and picks. ALS love their Nami, they love their CC. So with the Aqua Prison and the Tidal Wave, it brings a lot of utility to the team fights. And we actually may see a very strong siege coming out from both, from ALS actually, from Caitlyn and Jace. A very, very good combination coming up.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Nami is such a strong pick right now because she's one of the top support picks, I think, now, besides Trash, and Trash ever get let through in the back and pick phase. What does Jace bring into this?
Well, Jace, I mean, despite the nerfs to tier, because to tier as well as the ultimate from Jace, the form change. Now, Jace's form change does not allow him to stack, give him tier stacks anymore. But still, if you actually manage to get the Mana Mune into the Mirror Mana, we actually have a hyper-powered Jace in the mid game. And yes, he may take slightly longer to move into Mirror Mana, but still, the poke coming out from a Mirror Mana acceleration shot glass combo is crazy. It's gonna chip the health of the TBM so much.
I completely agree with you, especially they have a Caitlyn, which has the longest AD range.
Yeah, at level 1, that's right.
Really a good poke. But then again, let's look at TBM. They came out with Vladimir, and Vladimir is one of my favorite picks in the Japan scene. They love Vlad. I don't know why, but they love it. I don't know how he's gonna work in this team comp, but they came out with it. So, what do we expect? Where is Vlad gonna go?
Well, I'd see Vlad going into the mid lane most likely to face up against, well, we can see that ALS is thinking about picking Ryze, and we actually have Mel fight in the top, whereas Nasus will probably play the jungle. If you actually look at the team comp itself, Vlad has a really weak laning phase before level 9, so if you actually manages to ramp it up, Nasus can help with protecting the sieges from, either Jace or Caitlyn, and we actually can see that they have a good initiation with Malphite, so with Malphite as the front line, we would definitely see some really crazy engagements from TBM itself. On the other hand, ALS has actually a really good siege comp with Lee Sin in the jungle, Caitlyn, Jace, Nami, and Ryze. So Ryze has been really popular in the Korean meta, and this is a 3.10 patch, so his ranges got kind of nerfed. So if you're actually able to babysit Ryze in the top lane, which I assume that Ryze is going into the top lane, and Lee Sin being a very strong early duelist, if you're able to protect Ryze and snowball him the late game, it's gonna work in AOS's favor.
Right. I think I completely agree with you. I think TBM has a crazy engaged team, initiate team, right?
That's right.
I mean, once Malphite comes in with ultimate, he's gonna knock out the entire team if he lands that 5-man or 4-man ultimate.
That's right.
And I think Black can just come in and sweep up the team, and they can just blood pool away.
Yeah, I agree. So essentially, we have something like a hard engage comp from TBM, whereas on the other side, AOS is they may go for kite because acceleration gate is really useful, and it allows the team to actually back off really quickly. Caitlyn, Jace, like I said, they are really good poke. Lee Sin itself is a decent initiate, but it's probably not what they're going for. We may see flash room prisons from Ryze because ever since the nerfs, I'm pretty sure it's going to be really difficult to pull off room prisons on basically an our position champion.
That's true. So here we have the summoners. We can see the summoners now. So yes, Malphite is going to the top lane, and with Vladimir in the mid lane. And so having a Malphite teleport is something that's so popular nowadays, especially with EG, Emogenesis, Wicked
playing
always playing Malphite with a teleport. But before that, it's always been very, very popular with the Chinese team.
That's
in
right.
The LPL. They love playing that.
Malphite.
We just ran across the stream. So they love playing the Malphite with teleport. And so it's nice to see that brought over to EU, and brought over here to EU, and now brought over to Japan. But yes, I mean, it's so scary to know a Malphite level 6 with a teleport. You don't know when it's going to come in, and that surprise can really take a first blood or really snowball.
Exactly. We can imagine that ALS sieging a tower turret, and they actually have a ward placed behind them. Malphite can come in from the flank, go in with unstoppable force, and it's going to be just made loads of damage because we have Vladimir with AoE, Nasus with AoE from his Spirit Fire as well as his ultimate, and Trash can come in for Death Sentence and the box. That's one crazy hard engage comp we have here.
Don't forget about Lantern from Thresh.
Yeah, exactly.
He can just pull Malphite in, and Malphite can just ultimate the entire team. He can pull anyone in, and then he can basically use Lantern as Death Sentence to destroy ALS. I don't know. I think the start of the game is going to be really, really important. It's going to determine what's going to happen in the late game. If Tristana really gets the lane snowballing, then it's going to be really good for TBM. But if they lose that early game, it's going to be really hard to catch up because, as we know, Caitlyn falls off in the mid game and she gets really strong in the late game, but there is one period of time where she completely falls off.
Exactly.
And ALS has to be really, really careful to not let Caitlyn fall off that hard that they can come back in the late game.
Well, to me, I actually think that we may see a split push strategy coming out from ALS. They do not want to face a 5-man TBM. So we have Ryze in the top lane. If Ryze actually snowballs, he becomes an enormous pain in the butt as a split pushing champion. We also have Jace in the mid lane. Jace will be crazy at split pushing. And we have the 3-man split push team from Lee Sin, Nami, as well as Caitlyn, who have extremely strong kite potential. So, they probably wouldn't want to face TBM on a 5v5. Let's see if they actually bring out the split push strategy.
I agree. I don't think they want to go out with 5v5 team, but it's a very, very scary TBM team. And I agree with the split pushing, but Ryze is not known to be a split pushing.
Yes.
He's very, very slow in split pushing. But then again, on the flip side, Lee Sin and Jace, they are fast with turrets, especially with Jace.
And let's not forget about the Nami buff. If actually Nami uses her skill on Caitlyn, she actually gains extra damage and it deals it to the tower. That's going to take the tower really quickly.
Right, and so we are just about to go into game, I think. And we're going to go back to the stuff before the game starts. And so, okay, I think there is still a little bit of a sound issue we have. We're just going to take a really quick break before we go into game.
Okay, and now basically we're in game and we have a pause. So let's just take a look at the level 1 items right now. So we definitely have Doran's Blade start. Wait, no, Lee Sin has not bought his items yet, but we can actually see that Vladimir, okay, not Vladimir, Malphite has actually gone for Doran's Shield start, Jace has gone for Doran Blade start, and Ryze with the Mana Crystal, the Sapphire Crystal, is going to be really strong in level 1 and level 2.
Right, so what does that say about the team? What does this say about how they want to start the game, especially with both Tristana and Jace starting with a Doran's Blade?
Well, basically it shows that it's most likely they want to go aggressive in lane. Nami has really strong CC potential as well as sustain, whereas Thresh, yes, Thresh might beat Nami in the CC, but Caitlyn is definitely going to really outrange both Thresh and Tristana in the early levels. And not forgetting that we have Caitlyn's traps to actually, give some zoning potential in game. And we basically might want to take a look at the junglers. Because if Nasus comes in with a gank and Lee Sin comes in with one of those crazy safeguard as well as Sonic wave ganks, you may see a really early response. And Nasus probably the Nasus pick is just to prevent the fast push from Caitlyn, Nami or Jace.
And so the game is just about to start, and I I'm sorry guys, one of the players kind of got delayed and he was out of the game, but we're back in game. And we're just about to set the camera right here. We're having a little bit of problem with sound. I know we're having a big problem with delay, and we're trying to fix that right now. But for right now, we are having level 1. So how is that gonna go?
Well, you can see that the entire TBM team is on the red side. On their red side jungle. And we actually have ALS kind of spreading out, so they may be trying to see if ALS is coming for a red lane.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Maybe they have seen something. Or okay, just give us a moment while we actually try to fix the sound issues. Okay, so now we actually have the entire TBM team actually camping just above the the red buff bush, and it doesn't seem like ALS will be coming in anytime soon, so they had better quickly go back to lane before the camps actually start to spawn.
Minions have spawned.
And note that we actually also have a ward right here in the blue buff just to check out any blue buff lanes.
I'm so sorry guys, we are having a lot of problems with the game sounds and the microphone sounds. We have quite a bit of delay with the microphone, so do bear with us, but the game is supposed to run it. And we started on blue buff, out of red buff for TBM, and the red buff also was low for ALS.
And we actually can see that they're actually doing a lane swap. Caitlyn and Nami are actually going into the top lane to lane against Vladimir, actually to dampen his early game even further, because Vladimir has a really weak early lane, and we actually have Caitlyn here coming in with so much aggression against Vladimir, zoning Vladimir out by herself. And in the mid lane, we also have a lane swap coming out from TBM with Tristana and Trash trying to deny Ryze from ramping up anytime soon. So I think it kind of works for both teams because neither team wants Vladimir or Ryze to scale extremely hard into the late game.
Okay, I think we've tried to fix the game volume. I think it's fine now. It's just the delay that's going on. So let's look at level 1. We have a lane swap. So how is that going to affect the game for TBM or ALS?
Basically, like I said earlier, the Ryze and Vladimir are very weak laners, especially against the well, okay, they do alright in the 2v1 situation, but that's not the most optimal for them because Ryze and Vladimir are really strong duelists at a certain level once they get that dueling perception. So we are actually going to see, we're actually going to have a pause. So when I talk about Ryze and Vladimir, we actually want to look at the level 9 potential from Vladimir and Ryze as well when he gets ramping up with his tier. And if they actually get any really good ganks and to feed either Ryze or Vladimir, we will actually really see something really scary in the late game later on.
Right, I do think so as well, and it's really interesting that Ryze started with the items that he started off with, especially when he started with the Sapphire Crystal. It really shows that he wants to go really strong in mid-game, especially when he has a 1v2 lane right now. And if they do push in really fast, I think they will have an advantage. I'm not sure what's happening with the game right now. Ben has left the game. Ben has left the game, and we hope that he comes back really soon. I have no idea what the problem is. We're gonna check it out really quickly.
Okay, so as the game is paused, we actually see Ryze probably going into the utility tree here. So we can actually see he has the Biscuit as well as the Explorer ward, and additionally to that, we also have the lanes being pushed up on both the top and the mid lane. So we can actually see a fast tower push coming out really soon. Okay, just give us a moment and we will sort everything out.
A summoner has reconnected.
So we have Caitlyn reconnected, and we should expect the game to start really soon. So I'm really sorry if the quality as well as the voices start to ring. We hope that everything will get solved as soon as possible. course, our technical team is trying to handle everything right.
We're gonna take a quick short break to make sure the stream is going on fine. Just give us a little second. I'm really sorry, guys.
Okay, and now we're actually back into the game. I've seen the stream chat, and those of you are wondering, actually ALS, Singapore team actually got the first blood, but they picked up the counter kill, and Tristana actually comes in and taking a kill onto Jace, and you know, basically they just trade 1-for-1 right here in the mid lane once again.
Right, so we're 5 minutes into the game, and ALS has the gold advantage. Although it's just 500, and here we have Tristana chasing onto Lee Sin, and she gets the kill. This is going to be a strong Tristana. It's a 2-for-1 kill Tristana.
Yeah, and we also can see that ALS will take some time to ramp up the game with the tiers, you know, with Ryze and Jace both buying tiers, so it will take some time for these champions to actually ramp up. So using this little, you know, time zone, or I mean, before they actually get any stronger and ramping up the tier, TBM should really go on aggression to actually prevent this little lull in power, I would say.
Right, so how do we see the mid game though with Vladimir and Jace? Especially now with Jace having 1 kill, but on the other hand, and we have a hook.
Okay, here we have Trash coming in, and Ryze Rune presents Tristana, and they're actually still going to aggression. Tristana rocket jumps in, Ryze has no mana. Will they be able to take out the kill? No. Okay, actually Tristana flashes in. Can she get out? Lee Sin uses a Sonic Wave to go in. Jace and Lee Sin are still and they actually definitely would have gotten the kill because Tristana has already blown the cooldown on the rocket jump.
It's really interesting that their Trash didn't pull out the lantern. She's level 4. He has a point on lantern, and he didn't put lantern because I didn't see him with the lantern earlier on. It's really interesting. Maybe it's on cooldown. I definitely think that Tristana does have an escape route if the lantern was there. And now they're pushing onto the top tier.
Yes, I agree. And it's surprising to see both teams going super aggressive, and especially from AL, because I wouldn't think that Jace or Ryze want to go extremely aggressive. Not to mention they just have a tier and not much item to actually give them any, you know, dueling potential against each other. And we actually have Tristana getting a Bilge Water as well as 2 Doran's Blades. No boots yet, so we definitely see that Tristana wants to duel and wants to pick up kills, and she's already 3, 2 and 1 in terms of kills and assists. So Kaylee and Nami, like I said, they are really strong lane pushers, and they actually took down the top turret down to maybe about 1/3 health, and we actually here have another pause. So let's actually take stock of the items right now. Malphite interestingly has a started off with a Doran shield as well as a health pot with, and now he actually has picked up a Philosopher's Stone as well as an Amplifying too. So I wonder what Malphite might be going for, thinking that he may need some more sustain with the Philostone, and you know, the goal per 10 would definitely help in scaling Malphite into the late game. So the Amplifying Tomb, I think we may actually see Malphite going for Hunting Guys or something of that matter. So yeah, we are actually doing the swaps right now for you guys. I know we were having some difficulties earlier, but I think it's all okay. So yeah. Alright, so if you compare the two AD carries, farm and item, we can see that Caitlyn is definitely out farming Tristana a lot. And this is mainly because Tristana has been dealing really hard in the mid lane against Ryze, and Caitlyn may be able to just take the lead on farm alone. But right now, Tristana has an insane amount of bursts once she reaches, and she's actually already level 6. She has no flash, but she still has the barrier. Okay, so now we're back into the game, and we actually have Lee Sin in a red buff here. Thresh is guarding the blue buff, and everything's going into the everything just going back to regular laning phase. Ryze and Vladimir are now facing off each other, not wanting to deal with any more aggression from any of the other champions. So what do you think is going to happen right now?
I'm actually really surprised by the amount of aggression that's coming out from both sides of the team, because TBM is not known to be so aggressive in the early game. Like I said before, they like to drag out the early laning phase to get as much farm as possible and try to push it up the late game, and I've never seen so much aggression before. And here we go, Ryze is... Nope, he's not gonna follow it up, he's just gonna be like, oh, it's some of these, and he's gonna go back to farming. But then again, we have 0-2 in the mid lane. Although they have a lane swap, Vladimir is taking a lot of heat. He's taking a lot of heat. He's not doing very well in farm, whereas Jace is just going crazy in farm right now. He has a 2-kill advantage. But then again, on the other flip side, Tristana, 3 kills. 3 kills and an assist. She is on every kill that they have. This is going to be quite a scary late game. But then again, alright, here we go.
Okay, we got Nasus coming in with the Wither, but Nami of course uses the Aqua Prison to just walk away really safely. And speaking about Ryze, as you can see, Ryze is really strong laner with a Catalyst as well as a Tier. One rotation from Ryze actually manages to knock Vlad down to less than half health, and Vlad has to back off. And if we actually notice, Vlad has Summoner's Ghost as well as Flash. We might actually see him be roaming quite a bit once he hits level 9, one of his level breaking points.
Right, so now I think most of the ultimates are up, except for Thresh, because he's not level 6 yet, and Malphite has already used his teleport, so that's down. That's gonna be down for at least another minute or so. And I think ALS is gonna feel a little bit more safe with a no teleport Malphite. But here we have them already going on Dragon, but Lee Sin is extremely low. This is very dangerous. But then again, TBM is nowhere near Dragon. They don't even know this is happening. But on top side,
we actually have Caitlyn getting exhausted by Thresh, and they actually both split. But the good tidal wave by Nami actually prevents the engage from happening either on Nasus or Malphite coming in. Nasus pops his ultimate, Malphite saves the unstoppable force for maybe later because they didn't see a good engage right now.
This is not good for TBM. They did not know that Dragon was being done. So Dragon was picked up by ALS, and they lost the top turret as well. So that's 2 big advantages, 2 big global advantage for ALS. A Dragon and a top turret. How does this turn the tides around for ALS?
Well, basically it gives like the global goal actually allows Jace to pick up Mana Mune, and because of that it actually accelerates the Muramana's build, because he can use the auto attack to stack on the tier basically. And Ryze, again, he would want to actually get some gold, maybe get a Rod of Ages before building into the Archangel Staff. And yes, like you said earlier, the 2 global objectives being taken down, we can see the gold lead has widened to almost 3,000 gold, or 2,500 gold actually. So basically, I think what TBM has to do is actually go on the aggression a bit, try to group AOS up and see if they can go for a wombo combo.
Right, so basically, we want to try a 5v5 for TBM. You just need to get them all locked down together. And it's really interesting, I'm looking at Malphite's build. He's having Haunting Gaius and Philosopher's Stone. It's really interesting because it's not going for that typical, you know, Sunfire cape, let's go tanky, let's just, I'm gonna tank this all down. But then again, there's Nasus there, so I don't know where he's going with this Malphite build. But it's going to be really interesting to see how it goes. Maybe he's going to change his mind later because I do think Malphite needs to have that Sci-Fi cape to really be a presence in his lane or even in the mid game and late game.
Yeah, and you can see here that actually Caitlyn and Nami are being a nuisance towards the towers. They are actually pushing really hard onto each turret. And we have the the laning phase being drawn out, which is really interesting. And Lee Sin actually goes in with the Dragon's Kick and the ward. Rise tries to burst Lee Sin, tries to burst Thresh down, and actually Lee Sin still makes it out alive with barely any health left. So right now Tristana and Rise are trading. Will Tristana be able to get the kill? Actually now we actually take some action into the bot lane. Vlad actually comes in with his ultimate. Nami uses the tidal wave to prevent, and the Aqua pushes into zone. Can Caitlyn stay alive? Yes! Caitlyn didn't take any damage at all from that, and they are actually pushing Nasus and Vladimir back really hard. So no CC from the Nasus Vladimir combo, and Caitlyn and Nami easily get away with their kiting potential. So we have in the mid lane Rise and Jace coming and collapsing onto Tristana with the flash coming in from Jace, chasing after the rocket jump, and Jace easily gets that kill. So no wards being placed out by TBM at all except in the top lane, and we have many wards coming out. Okay, well, not many wards, but more wards coming out on the side of ALS. What do you think about the vision control?
I think that was just a really bad engage for both sides. They tried to engage and tried to make something happen, but they just couldn't get it. Fortunately, Vladimir would have died if the Aqua Prism got hit onto him, but thankfully he managed to escape that and save his life. But then again, there was a huge turnaround for ALS. They got 2 kills out of it, they got Tristana kill out of it, and they got the bottom turret and the middle turret. That gives them huge map control over the game right now. Mid turret down, that's not a good thing. 3 turrets to 0, that spells big trouble for TBM. They need to get lane control and map control back.
I realized I made a really big blunder just now. The wards are actually in the advantage of TBM. They actually have more wards in the river than ALS. So I wonder how they're actually, keeping tabs on all the champions moving around. So actually we have Nasus coming in to see if he can catch anyone out. If Withers Rise, and we actually have Lee Sin and Nami coming in. Thresh managed to put on the hook onto Rise. Tristana comes in from the side, and we have a Malphite teleport coming in. Lee Sin Dragon's kicks Thresh away, and Tristana takes the kill onto Rise. Rise actually picks up 2 kills for Thresh and Nasus. And here we have continuous dueling, and Malphite is all alone, and Tristana just rocket jumps away. So basically that was a trade, 3-to-1 trade in favor of ALS. What do you think about that, weird invade coming out from Nasus right there?
It's not over, Lee Sin is coming, he's thrown out, but nope, they do not catch Tristana. Tristana is one slippery little yordle. She managed to get away, but that was just not in favor of TBM. They tried to engage. Malphite did came over, but he did not teleport over with the Unstoppable Force. He waited until everyone was dead except for Tristana. Tristana tried to pull out a kill. She managed to pull out a kill, but the Unstoppable Force was not enough for her to clean up the game. I think that was a wrong decision. They should have come in a lot earlier. Malphite came in too late. They tried to push the fight and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, I agree. And actually, if we actually take stock of items again, and we look at the gold lead, ALS is in a commanding gold lead of 6,000 gold. And we also have a very strong Rise right now. We have the Rod of Ages completed. He's continuously stacking on the tier. How many tier stacks he's gotten so far? Right now it's halfway there, and Jace is also slightly less than halfway there. So the tier stacks might come at around 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes, and that is where both Rise and Jace will show their true potential in sieging down and poking down turrets. And I mean, Jace can poke, Rise definitely can if he has the items.
Right, so I don't know how TBM is going to come out from this, but then again, we don't have a 5v5 fight off yet. Oh, but here we go. Dragon has been taken out the second time for ALS, for Absolute Legends Singapore. They are the only one that has the timer on the dragon and has taken the dragon of the dragon. This is their second dragon, and here we go. They're coming off the bottom. Trash gets caught though. Trash gets caught and takes out the buff, but Tristana is off somewhere. It's like, nope, I'm sorry buddy, I'm not gonna be there for you. I'm gonna go away, but she's left all alone now. She's left all alone, trying to figure out where she's going. Oh, Tristana, where are you going? Oh, yes, I think she's gonna get away. No one's near that, but that's one getting caught out. They don't know that dragon was being done, so they went over and get the mid turret, but they came in from below, caught Trash out. But thankfully, Tristana got away safely.
Yes, and we have actually that kill going on to Rise again, and now Rise is at 5 kills compared to more than half of the kills actually is going on to Rise, and Rise has almost, been participating in almost every single kill. He has 5 kills and 3 assists, and ALS has 9 kills in total. So as we can see, ALS has finally taken their ward line into the jungle of TBM, and this is going to give them a crazy amount of vision control. And Nami is over there clearing up all the wards, and they will definitely be able to easily pick anyone out if TBM decides to go into the jungle. So like I said, AOS is probably going to do a split push, and we will see Jace coming in at the top lane and maybe a 4-man split push down the middle lane, with Nami actually, well, blue pilling back right now.
So yes, the goal advantage is definitely tipping on its way to ALS. They have a 7,000 goal lead. Okay, my math failed. 6,000 goal lead, my bad. 6,000 goal lead to ALS with a 3-for-1 turret advantage. So they are trying to sit down this middle turret. Malphite gets caught out, and Jace comes from the sideways. Malphite with the unstoppable force, but he is left all alone for the bottom side, Tristana, and both of them coming up with burst, but the Aquavisa comes out.
And actually we have Caitlyn coming in and actually escaping the aggression from both Nasus and Vladimir, using the Pillow Peacemaker and the 90 caliber Nasus to go away, and finally using her ultimate to take the final kill on Nasus. And if you guys noticed that Malphite actually used Unstoppable Force onto one champion only, and right now because of this 2 champion advantage, AOS easily takes down the middle turret as well as middle inhibitor. This is going to be very bad for TBM.
I don't know how they're gonna come back from this, because they've tried to engage, they tried to counter engage, but the fight is just not going their way. I think the unstoppable force needs better timing. That's what they need. They need to control their ultimates together. They need to use their ultimates together. They need Trash and Malphite to be together and not have Vladimir all alone trying to push up this way, because they're trying to split push the bottom lane as well, but it's not going very well. You can look at the lanes right now. It's fairly equal right now, but then again we have a 2 versus 5 turret advantage and an inhibitor down. So this is going to be really bad for TBM, because the middle lane is going to be pushed out really hard with super minions coming out.
Yeah, I agree, and we actually I really hope to see TBM come back on this, because they actually have the potential to do it. Because if AOS continues on a 1-4 split push with Jace in the top lane and maybe the other 4, let's say in the bottom lane, for example, they actually can come in with a 5-man, 5v4 with a 1-man advantage, because Jace doesn't have teleport and he probably wouldn't be able to come down to help them in time. So if Malphite goes in with a good, clean, unstoppable force with Vladimir pulling on, actually we have aggression in the jungle. Nasus pops this out, uses the Widow onto Rise, Nami uses Tidal Wave, actually knocks out 4 champions, and Trash gets the hook onto Rise. Vladimir goes in with the Hemo Plague as well, and Tristana joins the fray, picking up Lee Sin. Tristana uses Rocket Jump because of the assist reset and tries to take out Nami. Nasus uses the Widow onto Caitlyn, and Caitlyn still manages to pop Nasus' hit. A good Aqua Prison by Nami doesn't save her life. And we have the fight continuing on with Tristana and Trash split a bit, but Trash goes back in and nothing, just uses the box to no avail. It seems like a bit of communication issues right there, and Tristana is still in the enemy jungle. We have Jace coming onto aggression onto Vladimir and uses the Shock Blast without any acceleration gate, trying to dive the turret, but well, we have Rise coming in, and Tristana actually gets the kill using Rise's Q before Tristana manages to rocket jump away. So what just happened right there?
My mind is really blown. There was a really good start by TBM. They managed. Nexus got caught out, but he flashed out, and the team came into his rescue while Jace was still pushing on top lane. So Jace is completely out of the engage. They got a kill onto Lee Sin, but they couldn't follow it up, and I don't know why Trash. He turned back, gave his ultimate, died in the end. Tristana just left. Tristana was like, nope, I'm not getting any of this, I'm not helping you, I'm leaving. Big communication breakdown. Here we have Nasus trying to come and trying to steal the trying to get his ultimate buff, but gets caught up by 3 of them. Nope, Nasus, you are not getting away. You're not getting away from 3 of these champions. There's so much CC coming out from them. That last engage was so drawn out, and so not in favor of TBM. Now they're going to Baron. there is no ward and vision for TBM over there. There's 3 men tanking on Baron right now. TBM ALS with Baron right now. TBM doesn't know this is happening. I think they have an idea, but there's no way they can get there in time, and they don't want to fight them anymore. I don't think they are trying to fight them 5-on-5 anymore. And here we have Caitlyn versus Tristana, 1v1. Who's gonna win this? And Rocket jumps in and tickles the Baron from both sides headgear, and we have Tristana winning this 1v1. Goes to show how strong Tristana is in late game.
Yeah, and right now, even though Caitlyn has actually an Infinity Edge and a Phantom Dancer, we still see Tristana outplaying Caitlyn. But nevertheless, AOS still manages to pick up a Baron with a 3, doing a 3-man Baron with Nami actually just waiting on the wings to see if anyone actually comes in. So we have a crazy goal advantage right now. For 22 minutes we have about a 12k goal advantage. Yeah, about a 11k goal advantage actually. In favor of AOS, and they have it's 7 turrets to 2, and I do not really think AOS will, TBM will be able to come back from this. It's getting really dangerous, really scary. The Archangel stuff and the Manamune hasn't turned into the Saracen Race as well as the Muramana, but like I said, I expect it to be done at about 25 or so minutes. So let's actually take a look at how much. It's almost there. They're both almost there, so it's gonna be really quick. And then again, once again, AOS easily hits the dragon, increasing their goal advantage to 11.5.
So that's all the dragons. All the dragons have been taken, and they found Trash. Trash, you're not getting away from this, and easily Trash got popped right there. The shot blast just takes half of Trash's HP away, and Trash is by no means a squishy champion in the mid-game, late-game champion. He gets really strong towards the mid-game and late-game, and there you see, half of his HP getting eaten away with just one shot blast. Does not spell anything good for TBM. I don't know how they have to defend. All of the dragons are taken, they have no timers on, even their own buffs. Their buffs are stolen away time after time again. No Baron, no dragons. This is pretty sad for TBM right now.
Yeah, and we can see actually 5 of the 5 men push down mid bot lane, and this is what TBM actually wants. If they can actually pull off a great engage from Malphite with Vladimir coming in using the AoE, this is their last chance to actually come back. Let's see if they can actually come back. In the middle, the inhibitor has respawned, and they're actually desperately trying to defend this with the inhibitor. And ALS actually comes in with a Nami Caitlyn to really just easily siege down the turret. Faces is taking so much hope, has to pop his out, eats a bullet into the face and has to back away, and that is one ultimate down, and Unstoppable's coming in, hitting 2 people, the title with a good disengage. Vladimir coming in trying to pick off Caitlyn as much as possible. Will Caitlyn survive? Caitlyn still manages to survive. Vladimir exhausted, tied, and this was actually a 1-for-2 trade in favor of AOS.
I don't know how they're gonna come back with this. This is really scary for TBM. This might be a game for them unless they get a good ace out of this. But this might be one of the last engages we're gonna see. And we see TBM going on chasing, but the beautiful Aqua Prison from Nami stops them in their tracks. So we have ALS trying a great hook over the bush, but nope, no follow up from that. He's alone. And nope, they're not gonna go for it. And all of ALS are now going to recall and get some items on their own. And here we have them stealing away red buff again. TBM in this game, in the next game, they must learn how to control their buff and their jungle. They have great vision, but they just can't control their own jungle. That's one thing that they have to learn in the second game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, both teams are actually going for a late game comp. I mean, TBM is a 5-man AoE rush-in combo, whereas AOS might be looking for a split push strat, but they shouldn't be so aggressive. Like you said, it's really weird for them to be really aggressive in the early game. I think that was one of their downfalls. And AOS is actually really known for putting very good counter aggression back against the aggressive teams. So it just shows how strong AOS is at putting in the counter engage and picking up kills from there. And even in the 2v1 lane, we actually saw, if you backtrack all the way to the beginning, Ryze actually got the very first blood against a 2v1 lane. So I don't think there's really anything that TBM can do other than actually wait it out in their own base, hopefully with 2 Nexus turrets shooting onto the champion. We'll see if they actually can come back with the help of that 2 extra turrets as maybe 2 extra men, maybe?
Yeah, so what's happening now is there's a 12,000 goal lead from ALS, and you can see that so clearly with the items that are happening. Even with the top lane, I mean, obviously Rise has 9 kills versus Malphite just 1 kill. And you can see, look at all his items. Malphite only has a Hunting Gaia that's really completed, and all of their items are, they can't compare to even, and here we go, Lee Sin goes in.
Yeah, with Lee Sin going in, we actually have Vladimir pulling, trying to escape, and Nami's tidal wave coming in with Nasus in the front line with no one to back him up, as well as Malphite actually being taken down instantly. We actually have Vladimir coming in with really low health, Trash Kit taken out, and Jace, Lee Sin, everyone, the entire AOS is actually collapsing onto TBM. And whoa, Tristana almost gets bursted down, but manages to rocket jump away. Caitlyn coming in to actually put in the final few pokes onto Tristana. A little bit greedy because Vladimir came out with full health, you know, killing Caitlyn anyway, but with the death timers at about 20 seconds, we actually have AOS taking the game. So game 1 we have here going to AOS.
And that will be the first game with ALS taking their own free time, but here we go, the Nexus goes down and the game is over. First game goes to ALS. Alright, so we're gonna, what is happening now? So ALS is pretty much trolling us right now because they are pausing the game when the Nexus has just gone down. I don't know how they managed to do this, but they're doing this. But in any case,
AOS basically takes game 1, and we'll go for a quick break, and hopefully we'll sort out most of the technical issues by then. Thank you very much. Just stand by for game 2.
so we're back in the caster's desk, and I know we have a lot of problems with the stream today, guys. I'm so sorry, and we'll try to fix it for game 2. Look at me, I'm holding Donovan's mic up now because only one mic is basically used right now, and we'll try to fix it, guys. We'll try to fix it. We'll hope we get it done, and game 2 will start actually in the next 5-10 minutes or so, but we're gonna take a really short break because we want to fix the stream, the sounds for you guys, and make sure that it's really good for you guys. So we'll be right back. We'll see you in just a minute.